Alright, how's the stream? Alright, so a little bit of a technical hiccup there. I'm sorry, everyone. So yeah, we're starting the tournament proper now. You guys should be starting the game. And yeah, again, as I said, it's probably gonna be, I think it was Tager versus Naoto. Yeah, I remember Froden playing Naoto, but no, I thought I had heard that Savage played Tager, but I guess not. They're playing Jubei now, so this is gonna be a little bit more of a dynamic matchup. Jubei, both characters with a lot of very interesting tool at close range. Famously for Jubei, his 2B, the Jesus kick, as many are want to call it. It's gonna be a lot of aerial interactions and to see how the both drives interact with each other, because even though Naoto's drive is relatively slow, it can be an effective tool at just like catching Jubei out of him trying to be like super mobile in the air and stuff like that. Other than that, we'll just have to see how the matches actually do play out. Round start, very conservative from both players, just filling out a little bit of like, ooh, that's kind of a weird hit just from behind. Okay, first sort of opening was from Froden. We're seeing a lot of drops from both of them. And hopefully it's not a connection issue. Okay, it goes for sort of an reset. And again, an on-combo. Not much damage that's Froden doing there. I know that Naoto confirms are relatively hard. That was probably a whiff DP. And immediately goes for the cross-up overhead and just enters the install. And now this is unlocked Jubei, and we're going to see really, really unfortunate placement there for the drive from Jubei, because even though the instant block was there, it wasn't enough frame advantage for him to fall down in time. And now, yeah, also, if anyone is hearing me, hopefully the stream is like looking a lot better now. I'm sorry about that. It was, as I said, it was running fine. And we're getting a little bit of a corner combo here. Fire Jubei's Cane, indeed. Ooh, fatal counter. This could have been a lot of damage. Froden is getting crossed up. His DDP inputs a lot by the cross-up dash from Jubei, which is a little bit of an issue, I'm going to say, for them. Goes into the install. Let's see what's the extension. And just normal staircase combo. Fireball Oki. No Fireball Oki. Okay, slight surprise, and gets clipped by the wake-up super, unfortunately, though. And again gets cut mashing. Froden is being very active on defense. He's not willing to just let anything slide. He's willing to test everything that he can. Gonna be fast? Yeah, probably. Although they're looking like neutral is being played a lot more patiently than I expected. Both are just doing a lot of jump back and stuff like that. Most of the scrambles are happening when both are in close quarters. And yo, no dash cancel combos. Okay, I see. That's actually a really cool alternative if you're not able to do the like actual dash cancel, to just like spend the 25 meter for the crush trigger for the combo. I hadn't seen that in a really long while. I like that a lot. Then again, just mashing wake up, not trying to respect any possible Oki. Burst immediately, doesn't want to give Savage any kind of momentum. And this is looking, oh my god, we're being rude on the internet right now. First match on stream, we're being rude on the internet right now. That was mean. That's just gonna be, that's 1-0 for Froden right now. That's push-ups, yeah, true, that's 10. The Bloodstar Road. Okay, Frodon is going for a little bit of a, let's just say, uncommon game plan, but it seems to be working out. I don't know if it's matchup unfamiliarity on the end of Savage, or if, as someone in chat said, they do play both Dagger and Jubei, and it's just been a while since they played Jubei. But yeah, there's been a lot of scrambles. Again, okay, we're ready for this one this time. Yeah, the funny only happens once, ideally. Really nice air throw there. We're playing Guilty Gear now. The one thing with Naoto's drives is that as big as they are, they also like extend his hurt box, so trying to contest him in the air can be sometimes just tricky due to extensions. Okay, we're getting no combos there. A little bit of just very like standard pressure from Frodon, you know, doing 1 or 2 buttons, dash cancel, 1 or 2 buttons, trying to redash, get in, get in. And again with the pink throw, Frodon is definitely not respecting Savage's ability to react to those. Quality is much better. I'm so glad to hear that. And oh my god, oh, they got chipped by the enhanced DP. Wake up and enhanced DP. Guess it doesn't have a rare combo. Yeah, no, that's fine. If Naoto is a pretty hard execution character, if you can do what you can do to get the damage in the end. Counter hit. And Fireball Loki the first time actually, and yeah, Frodon was holding up or something, gets hit by 2B. This should be another Circus, and Fireball Loki, no Fireball Loki again, but whiffs the Phantom Pain on Wake Up. That's again Frodon being very active. Oh, gets pink thrown back. Okay, I see what we're doing now. Enhance the B, and then just back to the ground. Oh my god. That was an interaction, gets guard broken in the air, and then immediately super. Trying to do third strike, confirms there. It's strange how Frodon is deciding to like play this neutral out. A lot of like super jump back drive. But yeah, no, that wouldn't have it if it was an actual combo. Okay, oh, actually does get the pickup. Pretty nice on tech time on that air counter hit, and that equals 1 round apiece for this game. And hopefully Savage can get a little bit of group back and make this a 1-1, just so we can see more Blaze Blue. Immediate snap out of the air with a, oh my god, another pink throw. Yeah, no, that was a slide. Frodon was going, okay. They're kind of trying to play video games right now. This is, I know that this is still net play, but rollback is a thing now, so pink throws are even more disrespectful. I think they both should do push-ups. Air throw no mid rare. True. Right, we're seeing no confirm on the drive, unfortunate, but still really good adaptation out of Savage. Seeing what Frodon was willing to bring to the table and just how active he was doing. He was being on every single interaction in defense. So yeah, that makes it 1-1 out of a more calm and collected play. I feel like Savage was able to just get the time to just Frodon, not handshake Frodon on those like scrambly situations where Naoto, just by what character he is, can come out on top just because of his tools. Naoto has extremely good close range tools, so all those scrambles definitely tend to benefit him more a lot than they would do a Jubei, in my opinion. So yeah, I like what we're seeing from both of them, and we're going to Savage is getting the home field advantage here. I think this is, I'm pretty sure this is the Jubei stage, and if not, then it should be because it fits him. So let's see how this one plays out. Anime, indeed, anime. Okay, instant, no, again, stop, seize with the air throws, the pink throws, actually. Okay, we actually go for the combo this time around. On tech, I see. I wonder what they were thinking of. Immediate burst out of Frodon. And then again, immediate burst out of Savage. Oh wow, that was extremely unfortunate. Fell right into his 5A. Ooh, that rapid cancel was maybe a little bit from his input, I feel like. Happy to see cat representation. Kiba, we would have more cat representation if you had joined my tournament. Smile. Okay, confirm into the install. Let's see. Staircase combo. Not much Oki there to be had on mid-screen. Usage of the drives, and then, yeah, positions themselves in a very unfortunate place there, and just gets kicked in the face by the teenage boy. Okay, counter hit 5C? 5B, I think. Okay, and again. Ferdinand just keeps doing things, and they are getting crossed up and wake up by Jubei's counter dash. Oh, Jubei tried to high parry that one. Jubei's parry is very unfortunate because of like the fact that it doesn't cover both. Oh, that didn't work because of the corner pushback. Runs jumping air throw? Yes, it was. Alright, we're seeing again another ping throw. Jesus Christ. Uses the ping throw to get the fireball, okay. Really nice challenge out of Froton there, and then immediately just bursts out. I feel like Savage is making... Oh wow! As I was gonna comment on their use of Jubei drive, really nice snipe with the drive, and also really nice conversion out of a sort of awkward head. Oh, just waits there, does nothing menacingly, but unfortunately misses the punish. And good tech throw there. Doesn't get the second one though. And this is yet again another combo. We're seeing the crush trigger root. Goes up, and no more ping throws have landed from Froton. He's up like 30 push-ups against Savage's like 10. And again, Froton kind of sort of missed the meaty there, but just the fact that Jubei's parry is honestly not the best move lets it end up with a perfect, and yeah, that was a little bit unfortunately, but yeah, with 5A meaty is kind of a 5-head move. So yeah, that's 2-1 for Froton, and let's see if we have the rest of the situation under control. So yeah, let me update the bracket right now. So we have Froton up 2-1 against Savage, and then let's see if we have... Okay, we just now finished with the previous round. Okay, so that's 2-0 for Aku, and then we should be fine to go on to the next round. Report scores, so that's 2-0. Submit scores. Alright, so from now on, round 2 is all gonna be streamed because we have very little people. Let me change this one. Round 2. Update. And then I'm gonna start calling matches on the... so, next one should be a pretty interesting one. Julio Rivera versus Just a Tomato. There we go. I've just pinged both of you with the link. The room link is gonna stay the same thing. So yeah, everyone that's also on the second round, please. I should actually just make this announcement. So yeah, current fight is just a Tomato versus Julio, so this is going to be 9 versus, I'm guessing Kaguya for their avatar? Which is, not going to lie, a bit of a painful matchup. Yeah, okay, it's Kaguya versus 9, and yeah, this is gonna be a pretty painful matchup. Kaguya not the most adept character at dealing with very mobile zoners, and 9 is just specifically one of those. And very weird round start, but immediately converts into an opportunity for Just a Tomato. And even though this matchup is sort of painful, I feel like Kaguya can definitely just like get it going if he gets an opening to just hit 9. A lot of teleport plays going through the balls and all of that, just not trying to give Just a Tomato any sort of opportunity to just not block at all, because Nine's defensive options are not exactly good. Really good block on the overhead, and again, conversions. This matchup is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for Tomato, I feel like. Also because Julio is a very well-versed 9, so he should be just aware of a lot of situations. I know Mexico has another pretty good Kagura, IMGMG, something like that. I don't remember the tag, but yeah. So I'm going to assume that Julio has... Julio, I misspelled the name. That Julio has enough matchup experience to just be able to deal with whatever unorthodox options Kagura does have. I think here just pretty standard 9 corner play and really good jump out of just Tomato. Thing again, the painful thing for that is that mid-screen Kagura doesn't get much, and so 9 can just teleport out, so ideally you want to take her to the corner as fast as you can and then police the teleports with stuff like 5A and things like that, low recovery moves. Bit of a set play here with Fairy. Counter hit, and then... Okay, we get the DP, but not much after that, and then gets hit by the full screen overhead, tracking overhead. That's 1 for Julio. And immediately just goes back to it. Yeah, this matchup can be pretty tough. But I don't think just a Tomato is like doing anything badly. It's just like he's getting hit by a little bit of tier difference. He's getting pretty decent openings out of like jump-ins and stuff, which is what should be doing for 9. Really good fab there. Let's see, does this get him to the corner? No, he's trying to go for the ball Oki a lot instead of maybe maximizing current carry. I'm not very familiar with Kagura routing in that way, so maybe that's just the best he gets. Okay, really nice counter hit, and then yeah, Julio immediately just goes for the burst. You don't get to play momentum burst, and back again, Monkey See, Monkey Do with just a Tomato. They're both trying to get their game plan as efficiently often as possible, which is, I feel like, something that these two characters should be pretty good at. Kagura does tons of damage, and 9 can just keep you on the loop and the loop and the loop. That was a pretty cute cross-up attempt, and oh my god, just teleports right through that EP. That was tragic for just a Tomato. Really well played for Julio. Okay, we're playing video games now? I see that. I hadn't seen that interaction with Fairy. Just a Tomato not trying to like jump it out there in that situation. Really good jump out though, out of pressure. And that's... Oh, that could have been maybe a punish if Kagura had just a little bit of better whiff recovery. And the confirming to the super is gonna make that Julio takes this round, but this was a lot closer than the other one, with the previous game. Which I'm happy to see because I personally dislike 9 a lot, so every time a 9 loses I'm happy. Really nice instant blocks out of Julio, but then gets clipped by the last end of the skateboard. Do he counter hit, and this? Oh, unfortunate drop. That could have been a ton of damage. That could have put in like throw range kill or any stray hit. Because one thing that Kagura is really good at is just killing off stray hits. Navy pressure again. That's a pretty good response, and Kagura's fireball is so slow, and he's a character that, well, he's a charge character. Navy pressure seems a lot more, well, oppressive than everything like that, but just says no to any attempt of jab pressure that Julio was trying to put on, and kills him with the EA. 9 is just an honest mid-tier. Shut up. I'm going to ban you. Okay, never mind. Bit of a, again, very conventional round start. Good. Just a Tomato has been really good at dealing with the round start options. 9 can be very oppressive in round start. But then just another stray hit converted into corner pressure. Oh, that was kind of nasty. Oh, that setup was kind of mean out of Julio. But that's just exactly what 9 does. Okay, it's a cross-up. This is gonna be a decent chunk of damage, and the corner, let's see if he can police the teleports. And that's almost 4k. Nice. Bait's burst. Yeah, no, that was a fair burst bait. Goes for the counter. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a very interesting interaction. Goes for the overdrive in response to Julio's overdrive. And then, since none of them were just kind of playing a little bit of game of chicken there, the projectile hitting Julio in the air actually meant that the 2C could land had enough distance to land, and since Julio stopped barring for the projectile, that just, again, a straight hit that led into a kill. Really good awareness of just a tomato for that one, and brings him back to 1-1. Connection is spotty. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, nice block on the front side, but doesn't block the Navy pressure. Burst out of Julio. And then, again, more just like standard catch for stuff. Really tough matchup. Oh, wow. Baits out the 5-ner with the teleport in and then backwards and with punishes. That was really good out of Julio. Julio. Same thing. No block on the rock. That's how it goes. Let's see how the rest one goes. Again, no tech on that one. It's fine. Kagura sometimes has really weird on-tech times. Gets hit by the overhead, no confirm out of it, wasn't ready for it. The delay tech to avoid the orb bogey was interesting. We're getting, again, really good play out of just a tomato. He's handling this round extremely efficiently. Oh, not enough time for Julio to recover out of Navy pressure. He didn't think it was pertinent enough to rapid cancel that, just blocking time. And then just a tomato takes that round in a very killing fashion, playing a very calm and controlled game. DP. Oh, and then goes for the save on the 5-ner. Again, another 5-ner. He's being really good at dealing with 5-ner, at 5-nering air approaches. Another no-tech. Julio's doing a lot of no-techs and like defensive options that sort of are pretty risky. Burst, yeah. I feel like that's not the worst burst you could do there. Just prevents 9 from getting stuff. But maybe saving the overdrive for like a kill combo or something could have been also a situation. Again, baits the DP with the teleports. That's one thing that 9 can do really easily to Kagura, since his DP has this very, even though huge, this very predictable angle. You can just teleport in the air, and out of that play and some fairy setup, Julio takes it at 2-1. Pretty close to 1, pretty good games. Happy to see what both of them did here. And now, next match should be... this is 2-1. And then next match is Noriumi versus a communist. Drop my astral. Rude. Noriumi, Astral player, very good, friend of the server. Guy who has been to a lot of the old Azure Overdrive tournaments. Pretty good Astral player. And O Communist is, I believe, he plays S and Susanoo, so you can already know what kind of person he is. Let's see. Wait till the 2 contestants get into the match. So this is just going to be. Okay, so that's Nutty. And then we're just waiting on Oka to show up. Yeah, no, that was a really close game. I liked it a lot. It was very telling of both players' playstyles. Just the way that just the tomato was just willing to wait out, play the fireball game and stuff like that, which is something that it's decently risky for Kagura to do. Alright. Why are you white? Oh, Oka just went in and immediately disconnected. What is up with that? And do we have any other match reports to... load into the... No. Stalker unfortunately had to disqualify themselves, so that's fine. Waiting on Oka here. I wonder what happened with Oka. I'm gonna ping him in Discord. Maybe his game crashed or something. Okay, he's here. He's here. So yeah, let's see. Susanoo is sort of what I'm expecting out of Oka. This matchup is the premier gorilla matchup of CF. We've all seen it, we all hate it. Nothing good ever comes out of this matchup. Two extremely rude characters who both do a ton of damage and require a bit of setup to reach your maximum potential. Azure in the form of the weak point system, and then Susanoo in the form of the seals that he has to unlock. Which is pretty good. As is so cool to watch. Yeah, no, like, very... I'm not even gonna say, like, optimal, even though they are really cool, but Azrael is a character that has a lot of potential for swagger. Although, Susanoo is also a character that is extremely good at, like, neta and wacky combos that are other fun options. Valiant combos are extremely cool, yeah. Oh, they're letting the intros rock. Okay, respect. Respect. Let's see. The thing with this matchup is, like, it can, as much as it can be a very close matchup, it can also be like an extreme blowout. Because, as I said, both of these characters require a little bit of setup to just work. No instant block on that one. Although, really good block on the attempted cross-up. Bit of a delay tech, no tech on the throw. Bit of a delay tech there to just, like, try to ensure nothing extremely bad happens. So that can be very dangerous against Azrael. Again, with the cross-ups. And goes instant bird just to keep the corner on. And starts unlocking seals. He already has dash, he already has Viper, DP, and Spinny. He has all the just, like, quote-unquote core seals. Instant block, rapid cancel, I mean, on the blocked overhead there just to keep himself safe. Oh, blocks the cross-up Growler. Okay, that was really good out of Oka. Nutty has been going for the cross-ups a ton. He has level 2 spin and level 2 sand kick. Really nice reaction out of Nutty to just DP the spin. Spin is one of Susanoo's best offensive options once he unlocks it. It's an extremely scummy move. It just does everything. So being able to deal with spin is really good. Funny round start where 6A just goes to 5B. 5B, one of Susanoo's best buttons, is extremely long, has very little recovery, so it's an extremely non-committal thing to just throw out at round start. Again, gets crossed up, immediately bursts. Oh wow, that was a really oddly timed rapid for Nutty, and then a really good mash out for Oka. And then this is how it goes. Just goes in again. Oh, that was a really tough to see overhead. Really tough to see 6D. Unlocked spin level 2. That thing is like +8, +10 or something like that when it hits from far away. Really nice of the air there for Nutty. Just punishes with the... Oh, overhead 5D and then right into Valiant combos. Immediate overhead into overhead. And then just confirms it down with the Blackout Stinger. A lot of very quick interactions in the game, but as I said, this is mostly how this game tends to be. Super swingy. Both of these characters have a lot of HP. They also do a ton of damage. Under pressure can be extremely oppressive. If you just give them an inch, they take a mile. Which is a lot of what they are known for. They're also known for both being very good at, like, low investment. Characters with a relatively low skill floor, but a pretty high skill ceiling. Susanoo is a deceptively hard character to play, and so is Azrael. Due to how quirky their kits are. We see the stomp not working out there for Nutty, and tries to backdash in 5C, but unfortunately for him, Susanoo's buttons are just a little bit too big and too active to be backdashed like that in the corner, even though Azrael's backdash is extremely good. Again, okay, has the life lead in this one, but that can swing in an instant. Oh, no block on the overhead, and this should be it. Yeah, this should be it. Very easy to confirm. And then we get a bit of the other side of the coin, where Astral doesn't get to play all that much. And again, with the 6A round start, really good thing to contest. A lot of Susanoo's round start options. Oh wow, he already has DP. The one quirky thing about this matchup is that since Susanoo's DP is a projectile for some godforsaken reason, really nice catch on the back. Just there are 6B is an extremely good button for that. Astral's back dash is super good, but it kind of loses to like long active hit moves. But yeah, as I was saying, since Susanoo's DP is a projectile, Astral can actually growler it. So that's something fun. He's trying to set up the block of. Oh, gets hit by the. That was jumpy. Susanoo's air buttons are pretty good. Oh, really nice spacing out of Nutty, and he has to be really careful because anything just here chips him out of that. Is this dead? Oh, he lost the red weak point just in time. Oh, no. Oka tried to do it to him. Wait! No! Oh, Nori also tried to do something cheeky, and then Oka was just pressing DP during headstun, and it just ended up working out for him. Yeah, that was that was a bit of a for fun moment there. But no, it was still pretty good. That, yeah, no, that was. I mean, as they say, don't put your controller down until you actually lose. Good on Oka for being ready to just like mash out whatever the hell it took there to win. A bit of a Game of Thrones there, but then a lot more passive around start we've seen so far. Susanoo with the JA. Susanoo JA is a button that I feel like goes untalked a lot about. It's just huge, massive, extremely easy to use air to air jab. Nice air throw there. Gives him a lot of health has been lost already without any like very specific combos. Nori keeps going for the wake up stomp, and yeah, that has armor, but it's not infinite armor, and it's also like something that you can beat with like jabs and stuff. So it's fine that Oka is just being willing to jab many times and just contest him like that. A lot of spin in neutral. Really nice DP out of there. Okay, doesn't block low. Did we get the? Okay, he didn't get the weak point there. Oh yeah, no, that was a bit of a tough situation. He had enough meter to RC the DP, and Nori was just like in, if it hits, it kills range. Pretty good so far from both players. Bring a little bit. Oka hasn't been instant blocking the Valiants, which is giving Nori a little bit more of room to play, because even if instant block isn't enough, Susanoo's jab is particularly slow. I think it's like an 8 or 9 frame jab. Okay, gets hit, blocks the overhead, but gets hit by it anyway, by the follow-up anyways. Not enough frame advantage to punish that. Maybe chose too slow of a button. Susanoo JC falling. And oh, is this death? This may be dead. Yeah, okay, he's just going to use the OD to ensure that Oka can't burst. I don't know if that's exactly worth it. I feel like Oka wasn't going to burst anyways, but it's fine, whatever gets you the kill. It's just like he now is in a situation where he's 1-1, he's down with an OD gauge, so that's a little bit tricky if he doesn't get his game going. That burst or that OD out of a really good instant block on the 2D for Oka. Then just, yeah, neutral is being played a lot of just sit back, relax, and then just try to approach like out of nowhere, suddenly trying to catch your opponent's guard. Mash out. Oh, instant block into DP, the classic. Oh no, he's not using your eyes. He's not using his eyes. Gets hit by God Press, and this is enough to kill? No, it doesn't. Oh wait, what? Was that just untech? Did Nori actually just like take his hand off the controller? Is that what happened? I thought, because that wasn't a combo, was it? That was fully unscaled Mash 5C. Huh. Odd. But still, report scores that after a pretty good match, all in all. 2-1 for Oka. He moves on. Nori is going to losers. And yeah, no. I feel like we definitely got to see. We didn't get to see the more wacky interactions that can be between these two characters. We definitely just saw a lot more standard play out of both of them. Lord Mako T versus Froton is our next match. I'm going to ping them in the Discord chat. Lord T Froton. Same link. To ping them is the Discord chat for you if they're not like listening to the stream. But yeah, no, that was a pretty good round. Pretty good game out of both players. We didn't get to see, as I said, many wacky stuff. We didn't get to see much of the fun Susanoo loops or the swaggy Astral Valiant combos, but we still got to see a lot of like very interesting micro adjustments in the way that we're playing, and a lot of, again, scrambles, a lot of like stray hits, but because both characters have moves that just in any stray hit do a ton of damage. Which one is the first one? Froton. Froton versus Cody. Goodbye, Froton. I will send flowers. I mean, who knows? Anything can happen in tournament. I do agree that this is a little bit. There's a little bit of an advantage here for Lord Mako. They're Coconut player, a really good Coconut player who prefers to go for a very aggressive reset-based playstyle. So we're going to see with how Froton, who's another player that seems to thrive a lot in scrambles, and with now a character that has extremely good like close range buttons. He's 5A, just like criminally good stuff like 5A, 5B, 2A, stuff like that. His DP is one of the best DPs in the game that can help him in those like situations. We'll see how awake Froton is and how effectively he can deal with everything, all the lightning and ice and fire that Lord Mako is gonna throw out at him, because if there's one thing Kokono is good at, is being scummy. I say that because I played the character myself, not to a very high level, but I definitely understand how effective she is at just stealing wins for people, just through like resets and stuff like that, or just her normal set play, or even with the off and on 10k Golden Tiger combo. So we're going to have to see just how it goes, how it develops. Let's see, what's that? Oh. What's the song buff that Froton chooses? Nightmare Fiction 2, okay. If you can't block Coco 6 beats at 10-0 matchups, that's kinda true. Right, synchronizing. Hopefully nothing bad happens to the network. Smile. Oh. An error has occurred. Okay, sure. What has happened then? Who died? Oh, it was just, I guess, it just sent them back to character selection screen. Odd. It's strange, but sure. Hopefully nothing particularly bad happens here, and the match can proceed without any issue after this small hiccup. Let me join in this tournament, the losers. Unfortunately, that would jeopardize the entire bracket, and as it already happened in the last time, I would rather not. Though, I am planning to do them every 2 weeks, so if you want to, like, if you're actually, like, interesting, you can just join the Discord and stuff like that. I'll post the link if you feel like it. We're making them ideally every 2 weeks. So yeah, you're gonna have to wait until the next one. I'll post the Discord invite link here after this match is over. There's no bot, unfortunately. This is all relatively new, so I haven't done the thing yet. Thank you, Tomato. Contribution to doing commentary, that'll be fun. Also, oh, okay, we're doing... Both players have already spent their burst, and then here we go again with another reset. Goes for the cross-up, the very basic Kokonoe fireball cross-up. Can't commentate my own games. That's fine. We'll see. Round start 236B, that's an odd choice, but really nice confirm out of it. Okay, DP's out of teleports out of the DP. And yeah, this is looking like Froton is trying to be, as we said, extremely just like active on defense, but you have to play a lot more deliberate when you're playing against Kokonoe. She can definitely just blow you up if you're not respecting her options enough. And yeah, that was an extremely quick game 1. Just a little bit of a cheeky perfect there from Lord Makoti. And Froton, I don't know how much experience he has with fighting Kokonoe. And even then, as I said, Lord Makoti chooses to go for a playstyle that's, even though it's very well supplemented by Kokonoe's toolset, it's not exactly the most common one. Just like trying to reset you every single time in the combo. She has a lot of points in a single combo where she can reset you, or like trying to go into like some scummy shit. So if you're not like 100% aware of that, it's very easy to get knowledge checked. And to my opinion, that's sort of like what happened to Froton. He kind of just died to not knowing how to react, and also to being extremely antsy on defense. He was just mashing and not like willing to block stuff and wake up. Things like that will very quickly get you killed. Really nice use for items there. Alright. Oh wow, okay, the 5B burst bait, okay. Lord Makoti went for the hardest read. He planted another reset. Okay, full goes for DP. Is this gonna be another perfect? Perhaps. No, there's a combo. Oh wow, that was an odd burst. Lord Mako definitely didn't want to leave Froton play the game at all, and he tried to go again for the Chicky Pink throw, which, I mean, sometimes when you're fighting against somebody you know how to deal with, you have to resort to, again, other unorthodox strategies. But stuff like that is something that will only work so few times, and if the other person is aware of them, yeah. Let's see here. A little bit of a... Their neutral has slowed down a lot. Oh no, he tried to pick him back, and yeah. Froton goes a lot for the pink throw. Oh wow, okay, yeah, that was a little bit nasty. And it was hard to effectively commentate this one because so many things were happening so fast, which is something that tends to happen in Makoti matches. And unfortunately for Froton, he kind of just got... Was that push-ups? Yeah, he did get pink thrown there. But he also got overhead RC and then thrown, like regular thrown again. So that was also just like extremely nasty. That's 2-0 for Lord Makoti. To 0. And then our last match of the round should be Free Game No Complaint versus Rachel's husband, aka Akumetsu, aka Randometsu, aka my brother. Let's see, where's the match call? At Free Game at Aku. I know, well, Free used to be a... Who is this I could you speak of? Shut up. So yeah, free win. I like that one. Okay, so that's Aku versus So yeah, this is gonna be Bullet versus Relius. Free used to be a Terumi player and then decided that playing lower tiers is just too much suffering, so he swapped to an honest mid tier like Relius. And then Aku is just Bullet enjoyer. He's been playing Bullet for as long as I know. I think he also plays a little bit of Mu. A little bit of Mu 12, but his main is Bullet. This matchup can be extremely painful for Bullet if she doesn't exactly get to, get in. Oh, okay. Let's see. But also at the same time, it can be a very harsh matchup for Relius because he doesn't exactly have the best defensive options. And Let Lay, which is like his default stuff, kind of just loses to Bullet Drive if she holds it and other miscellaneous options. So it's going to be... I'm hoping this is just spectator lag, and it's not that the connection is like actually bad. Also, I should reset this course. But yeah. Also, most of all the doll's attacks aren't actually projectiles, so Bullet's 214D and her 3C and stuff like that being projectile input doesn't actually apply in this matchup, which makes it again a lot harder to just get momentum. Bullet is a character that needs a lot of momentum, and Relius' character is very good at denying his opponent momentum. So we're going to see Aku has to basically just like keep the ball rolling and instantly win if he wants to just have a very solid chance of beating free game. Which honestly he's doing a fairly good job this round so far. We just get it 6A overhead and then combos. Then we get the double snap hands. We do have the double snap hands. The one thing that Bullet has over most of the cast is just her absolutely explosive, insane damage potential. If you mess up once against Bullet, you're dead. Like we've seen, free game got hit 2 times basically, a couple straight hits, got hit 2 times and then immediately decided that it wasn't even worth it to burst it because he had already taken the biggest damage he could, and at this point any other hit was just going to kill him, which I think it's decently smart out of him. So yeah, Bullet is a character that, even though most people consider her like pretty low tier and she does have a lot of weaknesses, if you slip up against Bullet, you're dead. You're definitely just like turbo dead. Nice anti-air out of free game. Relius have pretty good anti-airs. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that to hit. Oh, cheeky reset attempt, 5A into drive there. Free was definitely not holding barrier there. High heat fireball from Bullet goes full screen, or like 3/4 of the screen, something like that. So that's the one option that Bullet has to contest space at like long ranges against Relius. And it definitely just requires... Oh, he tried to go for the Crush Trigger RC. That would have been a really cool confirm, but it unfortunately was a little bit too far from that. Let's see. Delay air dash, the basic anime mix-up, just happens to not work out for free there. And again, I'm just hoping that these little hiccups in connection are being only spectator lag. Blocks the cross-up drive. Gotta play defense a little bit. Again, the guard crush this time doesn't have the meter, but it's just enough to make free game flinch and not be able to take that throw. And that was a pretty good game. That's one for Akametsu, aka Rachel's husband, aka a lot of other degenerate nicknames. Lovely lunatic indeed. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like I don't think it's a matchup thing, because with Relius' toolkit you can definitely just play the game like normally against Bullet. She's the one that has to like work hard and like avoid all of that stuff. But if Aku is like constantly properly moving layers, I feel like Free has to like know how he's moving on the layers to be able to respond with Relius' very flexible toolkit. Alright, immediate burst. If he wanted the burst, then fine, but I feel like maybe he just wanted to ODR there. Either way, it was a situation where, yeah, you fear for your life. Oh wow, the drive just reaches barely far enough to catch the backdash. Reli's backdash is not the exact best. Drops the combo and then just a huge on-tech time on to see counter hit. Just lets Free Game pick up an easy confirm out to the staircase and into round win. And again, dealing with bullet drives in the air and stuff like that can be a little bit scary, but since Relius has the Doll and like to see and other huge like moves that can just like easily sniper, I feel like he can afford to be a little bit more disrespectful with Bullet's air approaches. Like for example, there are the spikes, because Bullet in the ground, she has really good normals, but she kind of struggles a lot due to her like step dash and things like that. So a lot of things. Another really good thing that I'm noticing is that we aren't really seeing Free ever like be in danger of running out of Doll gauge, like, and effectively whenever something like that happens, he just chooses to like do a super or something like that, like we're seeing here. It just allows him. Oh, very unfortunately drops the combo. And this is gonna be a lot of damage. I don't. This doesn't kill, but this is definitely gonna put it in a next hit situation for Free. Rolls out, like he doesn't effectively catch the roll, and then gets hit by the buzzsaw from behind. Yeah, that move is extremely tough. Also, I find it extremely funny. I just noticed that he's using this Susanoo Terumi color for Aurelius. You know what? No, I respect it. He'd never forget his roots. Once a Snake player, always a Snake player. But yeah, we've seen how both characters definitely just win the game sometimes. Aurelius out of just like lots of interactions, and then Bullet out of just killing you. So we're going to have to just wait and see. For now, Aku is the one that has the initiative out of a really good jumping around start, and this is just going to be 4K. Chill 4K meterless in the corner, just like nothing to scoff at. Really good barrier out to push her out. The one thing with Bullet is also like her threat range is a lot shorter than her actual normals. Like her 6A, her ability to like 5C, stuff like that has a lot less range than things like her 2B, which are some of her best like ground pokes. So if you can manage to just like barrier her out, she's gonna struggle a lot with opening you up. She has to do like a lot of odds stuff. Okay, we're being a little bit too aggressive with the Doll here. But it doesn't matter, because you get to just super out and just wait in the middle of the combo till it recovers in itself. That's the one thing that Relius has. Oh, it drops it. Yeah, Ignis meter management has gotten way better, I do agree. And none of them decided to burst that. Aku didn't really exactly have a like precisely good point to burst. I feel like the OD gauge is better used to just like ensure a kill than just like save yourself on the first round of all. Because with Bullet's damage potential, if you happen to get like a 5C counter hit or something like that, really nice instant block there on the 3C allows him to create a gap big enough for him to A there. And that just means that it's back to start with Aku. This hits? Yeah, this does hit. Okay, that was a little cheeky route. Just trying to decide if how he's gonna manage his Doll meter. Aku's trying to like jump out a lot and just do things. But again, Relius has a ton of tools to just nullify that. And oh, really unfortunate that 6B isn't far enough to just hit there. And that's 2-1 for free game. 2-1 for free game, but I feel like we got to see how Bullet just sometimes just wins. So we're waiting. Top 8 winners has been already set up. We're waiting on losers. Connection couldn't be stable. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, the bracket is a little bit out of whack, but we can just be playing. Give me a second. Has Nutty and Tomato played their matchup? Let's go free. Yeah, right. That man is a top 8 EVO finalist. The guy that you saw there. Mr. Free Game, no complaint. So that's 2-1 for just a tomato, which means Nutty is out of the tournament. And then I guess, okay, they just reported start. So right now we're kind of just like waiting on losers. So Aku, if you're here, stay on the stream. Fox is gonna have to join you for your losers match because the bracket's a little bit offsided, but that's fine. It just means we get to stream more games. Although the people in Winners Top 8 do have to stay sit for a couple matches. Where is match call? So yeah, next one is going to be Aku versus Red Fox. Again, two people that are very known here in the server, very active. That's going to be again Bullet versus Carl, if I'm not wrong, which is going to be a lot more of the situations that we saw here in the Bullet versus Relius matchup, but more offsided toward Carl having like less damage but more mobility and more like mix-up opportunities. So it's gonna be an even bigger game of cat and mouse. Okay, they are here. And we have started. Which one is which? I think it's Red Fox. Can you meme for spectating points? I don't know. Can you meme? Oh, he's going to play Hazama. I mean, I know Aku has has in big quotations as Hazama. Like he knows the character, he's been practicing it a lot. But if Aku was going to pick a secondary to ease them Carl matchup, then I would have actually just guessed it was Mu 12. Let's see what the hell he's playing the fucking pastel colors. I actually don't I like this palette color a lot, but I don't like it on Hazama. I don't know why. On the other hand, Red Fox color, pretty clean. Very nice shade of green. And yeah, very just like normal run start and anti-air out of Red Fox that doesn't lead to a combo but goes right into the corner. Okay, yeah, the spikes. The spikes seem extremely annoying to deal with for Hazama. Sister in general is just a pain in the ass to deal with for most of the cast. Although Sister can sometimes backfire by extending hitboxes and stuff like that, but yeah. Red Fox does get the challenge on the stance before the involve frames for the follow-ups. Can get to do something. Really nice hit there out of Red Fox. Just very long range 5B, gets confirmed. Hits with the overhead, and Aku wasn't ready to block it. It's kind of a slow overhead, but it's just like sometimes Carl is a character that gives you such a high mental stack that sometimes you just get hit by the slow stuff. Right, a little bit of a slowdown there. Throw. And then, let's see. Is this even going to... Oh, we're just killing this, I see. Never mind, we don't exactly get to killing this immediately. Plus 130 something. Oh, waves the counter assault. And then Red Fox also drops the combo. And yeah, no, definitely this swap to Hazama did not pay off for Aku. He wasn't able to just like effectively move and use his chains and all of that. Red actually learned Carl. What do you mean actually learned Carl? He's been a Carl player for like really long, bro. Were you actually trying to meme on him? That's rude. I should actually just make you lose for that. He's been a Carl player, yeah? Since like forever ago? Bro, use your eyes, Aku, come on. But yeah, no, your hubris will be your undoing. Get fucked, idiot. No? I'm the one that plays Coco. Okay, anyways, hijinks aside, Aku's back to his main, and I expect this match to be a little bit more competitive because, well, he's playing a character he actually knows how to play. And yeah, another thing, the same with the Railus match, Bullet's big up in this is that she just kills people, and then Carl being a low health player and his defensive options not being the most reliable, with the command dash being his only one man that loses blows, he can just sometimes just immediately lose like that. Which, I mean, I'm glad that he decided to swap. He just didn't keep going with Hazama, because I feel like this matchup is a lot more interesting, as painful as it can be to just catch Carl. It's also very cathartic for everyone that plays like a slow moving character to just see a character like Bullet just instantly vaporize a character like Carl. On the other hand, Red Fox can, if he gets a turn ever, he can literally just win out of keep repeating mix-ups and stuff like that. It's a very one-touchy match, even more so than Relius versus Bullet is, in my opinion. And yeah, that was just a relentless pressure out of Aku, and then Fox wasn't able to just like properly generate space and use his doll while block stun. Relius isn't even that hard to block. Yeah, no, he's like fairly vanilla to block. He just has a couple like setups that are dirty as fuck, most of them involving Duos Bios. But no, the only thing Relius has that's like on command is like the 6A and like stuff like the unblockable he can set up sometimes with doll, which doesn't even lead to that much damage. And then here we see that Fox has obtained the Fear of God, immediately burst out of the first combo. And then yeah, just dash into command grab. He's dead. This boy is dead. Yeah. We definitely see the clear divide in player comfort between Aku's Hazama and then his Bullet. Though this is the first solid hit that Fox has had since Aku changed to Bullet. So we're gonna see. I believe Fox definitely knows the grime and stuff like that, and just like the character power difference is there. So he's not out of it. He's been getting rocked a little bit, but I believe he can just make a comeback. Okay, he's out of Sister Gauge. Oh my god, that clashed! That was just extremely sad for Red Fox, the fact that that clashed. No block on the 6A, you should have bursted that. Yeah, no, at the moment that 6A hit, you should have bursted that. But it's fine, he does get the burst eventually. Dangerous defense? Yeah, he does. Oh, no pickup in the confirm. And then we're just... Oh, wow. Flint Shooter effectively just kills the doll, and now he's in a very dangerous situation where he actually manages to snipe Bullet out of drive with the... That's JB, I think? Is it JB or Vivace? One of them. He actually does get to snipe Bullet. Yeah, the thing with Bullet is like she's not actually invulnerable during her drive. She's just like really fucking fast. Okay, back to the corner with you, child. That hands is gonna be, and so oh, catches the roll but no confirm. Okay, back to neutral, and then trying to slowly whittle away the doll's health. Oh, really nice run under for Akimitsu. Gets hit with the fake out blow at drive, and this is it. Yeah, he's definitely not getting his burst out in time. And yeah, Hubris was definitely not his doing this time. Unfortunately for Fox, Aku was able to just like get back on his main and just punch the little boy. We didn't get to see much little boy gaming out of this past couple of games, but that's fine. Hardly is a difficult character to execute, so that's 2-1 in favor of Aku. Aku, stay on the room, and we're just gonna get Frodon snap in. so far. We've had some pretty fun games. This is gonna be our last game before top 8, and then after this game is done, I'm gonna take a second to just like drink some water and stuff like that, and we'll resume in like the 2 minutes, something like that. So don't go anywhere. The like 4 of you that are watching, appreciate you. Thank you, Annie, and everyone else who's here being active in chat. It's fun. I hope you all are having fun, seeing some, getting to see some fun Blaze Blue. Bit of a mishap there at the start with the stream quality, but hey, sometimes things happen. Yeah. Well, just waiting on Frodon to get in here. Okay, he's here. Alright, so this is going to be Naoto versus Bullet. A very hands-on matchup. Both characters extreme in fighters with very high damage potential. Swap the names. As I said, both characters extremely high damage potential. Both characters with super oppressive close pressure, although Naoto's is just a little bit better just by virtue of how his moves interact with the game systems. Bullet is a lot easier to barrier out and stuff like that. She has to take more risks in pressure, which Naoto can make use of to like reversal or like jump out and things like that, but he definitely cannot play reckless as he's been doing against Mako T and Savage. Frodon definitely cannot afford himself to play as reckless as that, because Bullet will just instantly melt you. Punch time, indeed, biggest punch time ever. Alright. Goes under the DP with Phantom Pain. Pink throw, okay. Aku's making push-ups, I see now. The classic Frodon crusher combo in the corner. And goes for the knockdown this time. Nice, not a second pink throw. Okay, that was an actual... Oh, that was almost an actual confirm. Character I like to call Jibka characters, yeah. Okay, now Frodon is definitely just doing a little bit of JD gaming. Oh, no confirm. Oh, he ran out just as he hit the drive there. That's kind of unfortunate. Soning Naoto, yeah. And this is a next... Oh, but yeah, no. If he doesn't burst that, he's dead. This is a scary situation because both of them are dead in a single hit. And Frodon relies a little bit too much on JD, which is, even though good, a really good, really big button, also has massive recovery. So it's really easy to just like run under it. It doesn't hit behind Naoto. It's like a 90-degree angle going down. So yeah, Aku manages to grasp victory from the very low life bar. And going right back into round 2, GP, no respect, and then misses the midi. I wonder what Frodon was trying to do. Safe jump, fatal counter, he's dead. Bullet 5C fatal, she had hit. He's absolutely dead. Yeah. Oh, he's not dead! Wow! The scaling on that thing. I'm really surprised. I don't think he definitely was dead, but like, I mean, 7k out of a 5C counter hit. Yeah, that's the fear of Bullet. That's the one thing she has going for her. That she can just like, she's one of the best characters at punishing mistakes. Like going for, if you get like an optimal DP punish, stuff like that, you just like immediately are like down to at least 30% health if she has any resource whatsoever. And that's something that Frodon has to be really careful. He was doing a decently good job navigating neutral, but if he gives Bullet too much space with the JD Gaming zoning Naoto, as someone as Free Gaming said in chat said, he just gives her free hit levels. You should, Naoto, you should be able to just like do 5A pressure, stuff like that, re-jumps. Try to do more, well, play closer to your character's preferred range. Because as good as JD and as fun as JD is, at that distance it's also not something where you're gonna get much of anything after that. if you don't have the meter to just like after full charge JD, immediately just do Raid Super. Which he does very often. Oh, really nice fly swatter there out of Bullet Drive. Is a very... Fortnite is extremely fond of Naoto JD. I mean, okay, next time someone tells you Naoto has bad neutral, send them, like, the face match. Just to see what to say. What's the name Akumetsu for Rachel's Husband? Because Akumetsu is like his actual tag, he just put Rachel's Husband to be a memer. Yeah. Oh wow, that was an anime clash of Sin one. Unfortunate drop, yeah. Sometimes Naoto just his stuff doesn't combos out of certain starters. No, this isn't the Discord Rachel's husband, no. And yeah, after that happened, just a couple of interactions. Frodon has been being really effective at just like playing passive, but he isn't getting most reward that he could be doing out of his interactions. Which in the end is ultimately what's that's hiding these games, how much they are able to utilize the character's damage potential. Because Frodon hits Aku more times that he gets hit, but he does less damage per hit, so if you have to hit them 10 times, but they have to hit you 2 times, you're definitely at a disadvantage there. Alright, nice block. We're getting a little bit of block string. Blocking going. 6B is probably maybe Bullet's best button, second best button. It's one of the best anti-airs in the game. Super, and then with Super into DP. He's trying to reach for the skies here. And Aku is just waiting on Frodon to do something because, yeah, right now you can't exactly play Sonic now to draw a life deficit. And yeah, that means Aku takes it 2-0 over Frodon. And then we're gonna take a little 2-minute break for me to go to the bathroom and stuff, and after that I'm gonna start calling for the next set of matches. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm back. Hello everyone. I'm back. So yeah, we'll have the bracket set up until basically what's top 6. So yeah, we can start with our next match, which should be Julio versus a communist. I'm gonna ping them on Discord, and we can get going with the next round of games. Where is it? Let's go. Yeah, I hope everyone's been having fun. We're now at round 3 of the video games. Okay, we have Julio here first. So yeah, I got it there on the right. And the next one should be a communist. So this is going to be Susano, 9 versus Susano, or maybe... I know Oka plays a lot of characters. I think Susano is just like straight up main. But I'm pretty sure he also plays S and another couple characters, so maybe he just tries to go for S to make the matchup a little less miserable, because 9 is a character that makes a lot of characters miserable. The slower moving characters have a really tough time dealing with her. She's extremely like huge and relatively fast buttons for the range, not a lot of options that just can make navigating neutral super hard for the slower characters, both in like movement options and their actual frame data, because the slower your buttons are, the easier it is for 9 to abuse stuff like teleports and things like that to just make your life a living hell. Alright, so let's see what Oka is gonna pull up with. Is he going to go for the Susan? No. Oh, Lambda. Oh, wow, okay. He's trying to go for the Lambda, I see. Respect it. I can see it happen. This is definitely a very different interaction in the matchups, because both characters can very comfortably play both long and closer range. 9, despite her huge buttons and sonar tendencies, has some really good jab range buttons, foray, stuff like that. And then also Lambda is a character that can very easily transition between playing sonar and stuff like that, and just dashing in. She also has a lot of like very big multi-hit moves, which can be very good for catching 9 teleports. So far though, just a couple Navy pressures as counter hits to Lambda drives. Nothing too big. Drive burst was taken out of Oka, and in answer for that he does get to put 9 on her, but immediately teleports out of there with the 1 forward 1 up boss that she gets. That was a purple throw. Oka was definitely not ready for that, and to be honest, I also wouldn't have been. That was extremely hard to see. And yeah, a little bit of a very, very harsh round there after that purple throw. Ton of plus and block. Why is Rock plus, by the way? But yeah. Oh, nice punish. The one downside of Navy Pressure, which is a almost basically full screen tracking overhead, is that the recovery is like extremely long and the activation isn't all that high. So if you can manage to whiff punish it, you should get a pretty good position to put yourself in. A bit more combos, and then again a lot of just like stray hits, projectiles that haven't worked out for Oka. And he's been forced to burst in awkward spots both times. A lot of mobility. Both these characters have really good like burst mobility. The famous Murakumo backdashes that all the units have, and then Izanami just allow them to create a lot of space, and then just 9's teleport as we saw here. They both just get to stand in the screen really quickly. we're waiting for them to rematch or like decide to do something. Okay. Okay, there was a little bit of a spectator delay there, and yeah, Oka goes back to S, probably a character he feels more comfortable with, and a character who also probably just like requires a lot less weird interactions with the projectiles and stuff like that. I feel like with S you can just sort of just jump and then put the projectile in an angle and just play your game. Catching 9 is always like a very difficult ordeal for almost any character. It never has occurred. Okay, I see now. I get it. A couple of this has happened, but nothing major, hopefully. If I'm missing the match, then that's going to be extremely sad. If this was just like the game kicking me out of Spectator. Because it seems that they're both in battle. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Oof. That's very unfortunate. But well. PC port, am I right, fellas? And I don't think it's like good to tell them just like stop so we can stream the match. Because they're already just like in the middle of it. But yeah, no, I guess I'll have to just like make some space. So far, the tournament has been... I feel like we've seen a pretty good like array of characters. No repeats, despite only being 10 players. Which is a testament to like just how diverse and fun BlazBlue's roster is. There's still basically a character for everyone. And all playstyles. There's characters like 9 who can just like play long range, keep away, and then just put you in the blender. There's characters like S who are just like super good Shotos with a lot of like extra tools added to them. Characters like Naoto and Susanoo who are just like very good. Bullet as well. We've seen a lot of like infighters. I feel like that archetype of character is a lot more popular than the 9s or the Kakanoas. They're more long range, set play, get ready for the blender kind of characters. Those tend to be also like, while also higher execution, they tend to be rarer because it just feels good to hit someone with like an Azrael combo or like a Susanoo like 5k combo or a Bullet 7k punish, things like that. But yeah, this is pretty rough. I'm sorry about this. It's a bit of outside of my control. But yeah, all the while we've seen, well, looking at the bracket and things like that, there's a lot of like pretty good players, like a couple names I didn't recognize, but also like a lot of like really good players like Julio and Lord Makoti and some of like Mexico's finest. Free Game is also like pretty good at the game. Nariyumi, even though he just like ended up dropping out relatively earlier than expected, I feel like he's also like pretty good at the game. There's been like a good array of players for like all skill levels. This isn't exactly meant to be like a beginner tournament or like also like a very high level tournament. We just have whoever happens to 1 Julio. Okay, I see. Yeah, fuck 9, true. No, speak it. I do agree. Let's do 1. And hopefully this doesn't happen again. Because if so, then I am going to cry. Next one should be Lord Makoti versus Free Game No Complaint. Writing them in the match called chat. We're gonna see. This is going to be Relius versus Kakanoe. Two of the what's the word they use on Strive? Tricky type characters in the game. Two characters that are definitely just like very adept at not letting you play the game. Just set play, set it and forget it kind of stuff. Both with very like different approaches in neutral. I've played this matchup a couple times as Kakanoe, and I feel like it's hard for you to, as Kokonoi, just like effectively get to use fireballs and things like that, because he can very easily just like snipe you at full screen, make you block something with Dole or like the 2C, things like that. So he just, Relius gets to police Kokonoi at full screen a lot. But it's not definitely not like this. The matchup is Riley's favorite, I think. It's just that neutral is a little bit annoying. But if you can just find places to put your fireballs, gravitons, things like that out without having to block any of the dull moves, you're very well set. Because Relius is a character that suffers a lot of defense. Most set play characters in this game suffer a lot of defense, which I feel like is a very fair trade to make. Please, just no more game being buggy. Your opponent has rejoined the room. Okay. At least this time it didn't put them out also. Yeah, this is the one issue that's always, no matter how good the connection is and stuff like that, this is the one issue that's always going to be present with net play tournaments. It's just like sometimes just game is weird and you die. There's might also be a little bit of distance things, because I know, well, Mako is from Mexico and then Free Game is from like super up there in Canada, but hopefully just like their nets are at least consistent enough just to make it happen. And then pretty standard round start, just jump back dash, put a fireball, Graviton there, put a fireball, and really good play out of Lord Mega to just like be able to squeeze between the dull hits. And someone here said, if you don't know how to block Kokonoi 6-beat, a matchup is a 10-0. Okay, did you double teleport and reset? Yep. You have to be super aware of those situations. Missed a little bit of the combo there. Tried to go for the 5A into air grab. Just like recombine, reconnect the string. But yeah, no, that was a very, very commanding round out of Lord Makati. Free Game didn't get to do much of anything actually, he just kind of got schmixed. Which is something that definitely happens in this kind of matchups. Oh, try to let lay a little bit of enough timing. Again, let lay expecting probably something like a 5C or like an EA or something like that. Manages to put out the enhanced graviton, and that basically just makes the fireball guaranteed no matter where you are, because the overdrive gravitons for Kokonoi have increased pullback. Oh wow, that was really sad. Okay, we're getting a little bit too slow there on the anti-air for Free Game, which gets him counter hit. And yeah, he's doing no tech a lot, which I mean it's good. Kokonoi setups do change a lot on like depending on like if your opponent is no teching or not. But those are mainly in the corner. For those like mid-screen setups, sometimes you can actually just get screwed over by trying to not tech. Which is fine, it happens, Relius is definitely a character that has the tools to just like also run away with the game the same way we have seen Lord Mako T run away with games with Kokonoi. So I feel like this is just a game of who can start their offense first and then just like deal with their very few defensive options that their opponent has. Things like burst and all of that are super valuable in this game. Burst, I know the OD gauge is extremely valuable, just because it lets you do things. I really like that what Makati is doing with like the fireballs. Not exactly trying to put them on top of Relius, but like put them a little bit below, a little bit behind, just so that they work as like constant going walls. OD there just to keep the dolls from unspawning, despawning. Alright, we're... Oh, yeah, no, that's... You can't do that when she puts down that. The trap, line from trap. Okay, reset here? Yeah, reset here. Those situations whenever she puts Graviton on top of you are really tough because she can go either for like a 2B reset or like a 6B reset, and you have to like double react. Oh wow, the 3C is one of Kokonoe's best buttons, but the one problem that it does have is that it doesn't hit right in front of Kokonoe, and that, maybe a misinput out of 2C, or something like that. Does he know the punish? He kinda doesn't know the punish. The ideal way to try to punish that is like with a projectile invul move, or if you don't have those, with grab, but still, really good patience out of free game, and he didn't let himself get flustered out of last game, and just kept fighting until the end. But it's pretty good. Unfortunate counter hit JB for free game. JB is one of Kokonoe's best buttons. That button does literally everything you want it to do. Okay. Goes for the 6C, the TKJ to C. That normally doesn't combo with, like, since he's doing it at a timing to combine with the setup bomb hit. He doesn't have to spend any resources to get a combo out of that. Oh, really nice block of the first TKG to see, but doesn't get the second one. And this, not to be a doomer, but this is looking like this is Lord Maka TW here for this round. Goes for the double cross-up, blocks the counter assault, but doesn't punish. Really good anti-air out of free game. And doesn't snipe the roll. This is one of those spacings where you have to, as Relius, you have to be super careful with your doll management moves, because if you try to overextend, trying to like hit Kokonoe with doll, she can just teleport back to view, teleport to your back with a Rabiton after the doll is dead, and she just gets to run her game plan, and you don't have the doll to like try to counteract it. Okay. Let lay and immediately goes for the hold-on combo. Bursts out as soon as he is able. Lord Makati is very big fan of the burst, where it's not like you're in mortal danger, but you just use them to... I'm just ignoring all the risks that are happening, because that is just something that, if I try to commentate on each one of them, it's just gonna become a mess. But yeah, those were like 5 different reset points there, and if you're not just like super up to the task, you are definitely going to get... You're definitely gonna get smoked. Unfortunate for free, he's still not out of the tournament. He still has options. But yeah, no, Lord Makati advances to meet Julio at Winter Finals. So that was a 2-0 for Lord Makati. And then we're gonna move on to the loser side of the bracket, which we were waiting on for a little bit. Pretty fun matches overall. I feel like we definitely got to see the more of the Kokonoe side of this. Next match is going to be Oka versus Oka versus Aku. And then, yeah, this is going to be Bullet versus Susanoo Lambda, as whatever Oka feels like playing. And then our next match after this one would be Free versus Just a Tomato. Just for the which is going to be Relius versus Kagura. And that's going to round up our top 8 matches. This was a little bit of a weird top 8. This is more like an actual, more like a top 6, just like slightly awkward bracket size we had. Because top 8 is a lot of repeats. We have Oka twice in the bracket, and then Free twice in the bracket, since they are the ones that lost from winners. But yeah. No, yeah, that would actually just round up our top 6, and then just leave us with our top 4, and then the bracket normalizes a lot more after that. We are waiting right now on Oka to log into the room. And yeah, this is going to be Bullet versus whatever he decides to pull. Maybe he goes for the Susanoo and shakes and decides to handshake the Slobber Knocker fight. Or maybe he just goes for S or Lambda or something more long range, and tries to just like lame bullet out and prevent her from playing her game. I feel like all of his characters are perfectly capable of dealing with bullet tools. Susan can just basically just brute force his way through everything that she wants to do on defense, and he can, the same way as she can, just kill you in a couple hits. Although that matchup is a little bit more volatile just by the nature of both kids, since they both are ramp-up characters. They just have to be constantly just like looking at the resources and try to gain resources and sort of like micro advantages. And then on the other hand, we have bullet versus stuff like S or Lambda or things like that, where you can just like press your bigger buttons, use your projectiles, and just make bullet make mistakes or risk your approaches and capitalize on that. And also you have like pretty good pressure to just like make her block and other stuff, just make her life significantly harder. So yeah. Going back a little bit on the Kokonoe versus Relius match, a couple things that we didn't really see, just because of the way Lord Makati was positioning himself, was he was being really good at basically like sitting and trying to set up at places outside of the doll's range, because the doll just attracts you depending on where the move is and which moves were used before the doll. She can just like stay in the air or like be behind you or like above you, things like that. I'll be in the room in like 5 minutes. I mean, I guess we're waiting a little bit. It's fine. We aren't all that pressed for time. And I'd rather not have Free just play immediately after he just played the other stand. Although I just feel a little bit bad for just a tomato, since he also had to wait a decently long time for his match to happen. But I mean, since he said he was taking a nap, that's also just gonna be fine. He's still like active here in the Discord, so it's not like he's AWOL. I mean, no. The Relius Kokonoe matchups are like super interesting against those kind of characters who also have a lot of like spacing dependent zoning tools, like Relius Doll or like, for example, Hasama Chains, things like that, because it becomes a very like interesting song and dance about like who stands where and does what. Like, it's almost like you don't want to be the first one to commit to something, because then you're gonna, if you commit to something in the wrong spot, like full screen, either way, you're gonna give them enough space to start setting up their own bullshit, and then that's no fun for whoever's on the receiving end. So yeah, we're back at it. Bullet versus Susanoo? Yeah, this is relatively expected. Susanoo is Oka's main, even though he has a lot of secondaries at decently high level. This, again, is gonna be a very just like swingy match. Both of these characters are slow starting characters that can ramp up to like insane levels of damage and oppression. So it's just up to whoever is able to weather the storm better. Goes for the 5-round start, and Aku, oh, I have the names swapped. Aku manages to jump off the 5-round start, which 5A is right, a little bit unorthodox round start for Susanoo. Most of them choose to do like 5B, 6B, or just jump back. But it's fine, both have gotten their one hit in. Nice instant block on the 6B, but doesn't respect the possibility of cancels and sends up eating a 3C counter hit. That's the tough thing about... oh! That's really unfortunate. If he had held that, he could have just gotten an EA punish. But he just went for it, expecting it to be something like a gut press, and just get the full 5C counter hit punish. But that was fine, really good. Oh, really nice snap hands. And this might be that, even though Susanoo has really high HP, Bullet does have... oh, never mind. Whiffs the combo. Okay, counter assault. Counter assault, not counter hit, allows Kaminis to immediately just jump back in with the 5C. Oh, wow, that was really unfortunate for Oken. Really good for Aku. He's making use of the fact that Susano doesn't really have ways to like police airspace when he's on the ground. 2C is a good button, but it's kind of really slow as an anti-air. So most of the time he just has to like rely on 6A and things like that. So for Bullet, whose main way of approaching is just doing jump-ins, this matchup, Susano has to be super careful. And oh yeah, this is gonna be a ton of damage with the DP right in front of him. And allows him to get, let's see, he unlocks spin. Oh wow, frame kill 5A for the grab, and this doesn't kill, but I don't think he's gonna get burst in time for the next one. If he gets hit. Meaty with the spin, that's fine. Super plus. Now that he has level 2 spin, he can police the air a lot better. And yeah, not worth it to burst there. It would just leave you in a horrible position because Oka was about to get his own burst, so I agree with it. And really nice air tour. Yeah, he tried to go for the same air tour, but Susano, even though Susano JA is super good, it's also a little bit slower than Bullet JA. So he just kind of gets stuffed out of that. Defense, again, as we're seeing, if you just barrier Bullet out, she will eventually just get out of a situation where she can effectively threaten you in defense. And you just basically get to play the game by default after a while, which is something that a lot of like in-fighter characters don't let you do. They have a lot of good ways of circumventing barrier. Alright, yeah, let's see, not 6A, we're not whiff punish, yeah. Something happens, you can't be on top of everything. Really good instant blocks there. Oh wow, just gets dragged down by the JC and doesn't block the 6C. Okay. Blocks it. Oh, he's getting hit. Maybe trying to instant block or something. He's getting hit in a couple like really sad times. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Oh no, it doesn't. It wasn't it. He didn't decide to go for a different route. I feel like he could have killed there if he just went to like spin into super. But that's fine. He still gets a kill. And unfortunate situation there for Aku. But that's fine. He definitely showed that he can just like make Susano not have fun. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of like how Aku, as a Bullet player, just decides to deal with base game mechanics. That's one of the worst things about her. It's just like barrier and stuff like that just messes her up so hard. She has to take so many extra risks just to keep on pressure. Really nice defense. And then immediately he gets hit by the low. Yeah. Susano is a difficult character to block because he has one low, but he has a ton of overheads, and the low is like exactly easy to react to. So you have to be super on top of what Susano is doing on offense. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too far from the corner to get the micro dash 5A pickup there, but it's fine. He still gets the combo. He does have DP. Yeah. He's probably looking for a way to DP out there. The one thing, another good thing. Oh wow! No way that just happened. Susano DP has really low pushback since it's a projectile. So if he just RCs like that, he can actually just jump scare you with the pink throw. A really good delay there on the air timing to bait out the anti-air. And also good block on the cross up out of fucking just seeing again a lot of super standard bullet pressure. She basically has to move the same block string she wants to keep going. 5C is -1, which is a good point to reset pressure, but it's also just like a really big push hit button. Does connect with the 6A, which is good because this is going to be a pretty decent damage, about 4.5k. And again, just relatively vanilla setups. Aku isn't doing anything crazy. He hasn't tried to go for the... Oh, too late on the RC. He tried to go for it. Is he gonna burst? I don't think he should burst. Tragedy. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. DP counter hit. Nothing bad happens. And yeah, Ghost happens to jump over Bullet, and Bullet 2B, again, one of her best ground pokes, just gets Aku just the range and speed he needs to finish out the game. Really nice anti-air. Bullet's B buttons are probably her best buttons. 6A from Susano is a very odd button, because something like that happened with counter hit. Right? Again, more pressure, more standard pressure. Oh, he tries to, for the first time, he tries to go in for the 3 dash after 5C and then gets the B out of. That's fine, he goes for the OD. Oh, again, the range into B. Oka wasn't ready. He wasn't blocking low for that one. And this isn't gonna kill, but this is an next touch situation for Communist. He's gonna have to start looking out for that DP. Decides to spend the meter on a counter assault again. Akmetsu doesn't get the delay on the air timing with the drive this time around. Okay, DPRC. Just no thing to chance. And then El Communist answers with that DP of his own, but oh, Aku just mashes out of it. Too far, unfortunately, for the confirm, and Oka tried to maybe jump, or he tried to DP or something, but gets clipped by the second hit of 3C, and Aku manages to stand it up to 1-1 pre-series. It was most likely a misinput. I'm also thinking that he was trying to DP Rabbit there, but I don't know, maybe he just got crossed up on the input or something. He didn't do it fast enough. There is a gap in 3C depending on the timing, but so if you're mashing something, you will get hit. Yeah, no, 1-1, and this has been really intense game so far. Super good block under cross-up, but that just means that Susan already has DP unlocked. Oh, he immediately goes for the confirm, not realizing that it was a block hit, and then gets punished right onto the corner. Extremely unfortunate turn of events for Akametsu. Okay, we go for the 6B, and you're expecting him to try to instant block, you just hit him with a crush trigger. Mental sack, baby. Okay, really good. Oh, he has lightning hands now, which is extremely good button to cancel out. Okay, a little bit too far away to do the funny DPRC grab trick. And now that he has spin level 2 spin, he can just do that and start policing the air super hard. DP? No DP. Also not close enough to confirm out of that spin. And we're just seeing a lot of neutral here. And Aku has to be super careful. Again, decides to spend the meter. Gets hit by the spin. Yeah, that was a pretty tough situation to be in. There's just so much HP that you have to go through, and Susan already has like all of his heals. No block on the overhead, and that just means that Oka gets started once again. Little weak combo to get him back to the corner. Corner combo, spin. No spin, decides to go for the look for level 2 spin, and now we're gonna start seeing that a lot. Oh, bullet DP, relatively fast but pretty short. No more C on the DP, and that's gonna be it. Yeah. Bullet DP is not the most reliable move to use in a pinch. And really good showing out of both of them, but that just means that Aku is out, and Oka, congratulations to him, he moves on to top 4. Really good showing from both players there. That's 2-1 Oka. Let me put that on the bracket. And then next game would be next game should be Free Game Bird No Complaint versus Just a Tomato. So I will proceed to ping them on the Discord. Match call. Get the hell out of here, Aku. Alright, that was a really fun match to see. It's not a matchup that I feel like we get to see much often, like in the community, because there's not many Bullet players. There's like Japecast sometimes plays Bullet, and there's like Mekaoni. I don't know if he still plays. It's been a while since I've heard his name. And there's also not many. There's like a couple good Susanos in NA, but I also don't know how often they play Bullets. It's not a matchup I've seen a lot, so it's fun for me to just like get to watch these sort of like less represented matchups. I feel like it was a pretty good showing. We got to see what both characters can do against each other. They're very good, very well. But in the end, yeah, Susano just kind of just got to play the game a little bit more, and that's hard because ideally you never want to let Susano play the game. And Bullet has tough time letting her only way to let you not play the game is just to kill you outright, and Susano has a pretty big HP pool that's harder to do for her than against other characters. Now, speaking of not playing the game, Relius versus Kagura. This is definitely a matchup where if you're not careful as updating names. This is definitely a matchup where if you're not careful as Kagura and as Relius, neither of you are going to get to play the game, because Kagura is one of those characters that are perceived as weaker, that one of their big strengths is that they just kill you. So as we saw there, it's just sometimes you will die. Another thing that I feel like is good with Kagura is that his moves are really big, so he's really good at swapping Ignis out of like anywhere she is at. Okay, burst for burst. We're not trying to engage in fisticuffs in the corner here, but then Freaking manages to just like put just a Spader back into the corner, and this is the Relius gameplay that we didn't exactly get to see back in the Lord Mako team match. This is what the character can do. He has mix-ups, he has really tough mixes, but a lot of Relius pressure is literally just dispensing mids. He's just hitting you and doing long proc strings with the Dole and relying on you getting antsy and trying to go for like cheeky stuff. Well, he's more like actual like real mix-ups are really hard to execute and require some very specific situations. So in places where like here, Kagura just puts you in the corner right after the start, pretty afraid because you don't have burst, you're taking a lot of damage, and you have extremely good defensive tools to just like try and reverse the situation. Like for example, a character who's very similar, like Carl Wood, where he could literally just mix you out of any hit, and he can reverse the situation like that. Relius doesn't exactly have that privilege, which is one of the reasons why many people consider him to be weaker, included. That he's still perfectly capable of like scumming you out. Things like that, like lead lane to Dole, stuff like that, is his own version of Carl's dangerous defense. And Dole is still a very oppressive just presence at the screen against characters who are super, not super, like characters who are big-bodied, like Kagura. Characters who rely more on just like big hits, big things. What are we doing here? Okay, oh, he tried to go for the just like on-tech thing. And now he's out of Dole meter. This is a little bit tough. Okay, we have the Doleless combos. Not gonna kill, yeah. Doleless Relius does very little damage. And you saw that. That was even with a rapid included. Gets hit out of by the 2B. Really good showing. Just a Tomato came out really strong in the first round. Then Freegame managed to compose himself and just tell him what an honest mid-tier Relius is. That's one for Relius. And yeah, let's see. Just a Tomato already saw what Free's game plan is. Let's see how he uses Kagura's tools. He uses like his teleports, the stance fake outs in the air, things like that, to try and bait out Dole movements. Just like in suboptimal positions so that he can get in close. Because Kagura's main option as a character against all zoners is like, oh wow, no tech, this is dead. He should be dead, you know. We don't drop this, yeah. Okay, he just died of a no tech. Odd. I wonder what he was trying to, like, who was trying to no tech. Or maybe he just missed his timing. That can happen. Unfortunate for him, but like honestly a pretty good break for just a Tomato. It's just like that round is just a huge mental reason for him. Now he's just more in the mood of like, I can do this, I got this, I know what the character does. Okay, bit of attempt at an air dash mix up, really good jump out. ODR decided to hold it just to like avoid any wacky interactions because Kagura tends to have some weird properties on his moves. But he could have done a lot more damage there if he chose to just like punish normally with like a 5B or something like that. But that's fine. It didn't really work out for him. And as long as you're keeping Kagura off you, the only way you want Kagura near you is in your own terms of rallies. So as long as you're keeping him off you, whatever use of resources you're doing is worth it in my opinion. Really good. Okay, doesn't kill. Kagura, and also another character with really big health. Okay, really nice RC there. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get the right angle for the follow-up jump in, and Free Game is able to anti-air the follow-up there. Yeah, this is definitely not a Kagura favorite matchup, but it's fine. He still has plenty of options, like get in and do things. Okay, ODs just to pause the screen for a little bit. A really nice challenge out of Free Game. A lot of people, me included, are super scared to challenge like Kagura's lights and things like that, because if you get hit by that, you just explode. But if you're confident enough that you know just where to press the button, you can really stop any distracts. Really good breakthrough out of Just a Tomato. Kagura's command grab is a tool that doesn't exactly get utilized a lot. Like, you don't remember that he has it until you get hit by it. And it's really good to have those kind of tools in a character like Kagura, where he has a ton of options for mixing you up close. We're doing back to a little bit of rally softens, standard combo, 6A knockdown, going for the high into low, Just a Tomato doesn't fall for it, just a little bit outside of the range for 6A, and then Just a Tomato doesn't react in time to the block. And OD, Cog Super, Pink Throw, okay. We're being rude still, this far into a bracket, really? Come on. No, that's fine, that was, yeah, push-ups, that was definitely push-ups. That's 2-0 for free, and that that just irons out the rest of our top 6. So yeah, that's good. Free game, that's 2-1. No, 2-0, I mean. Submit scores. Alright, so next one should be the... We're gonna do losers right now. Where's the match call? So Free, stay in here. We're gonna do the last one of losers before losers finals, and then we get on to winners, and then losers, and then grand finals. That's what we're gonna do. So it's going to be O Communist versus Free Game No Complaint right now. I'm going to... Free stays, and then we're doing a Communist versus Free Game. That purple throw wasn't intentional. It was indeed not intentional. He was trying to 2A throw, and then he messed it up. At least that is the story that is being told in Discord right now. But it's fine. If you if you pink throw someone in net play, you're just being a good friend. You just want them to get physically fit. You just want them to just get ripped, get gains, things like that. And he's choosing not to go for the Susanoo. Respectable. Susanoo can have a really tough time contesting Relius Doll, stuff like that. And he will go for the Lambda. So this is going to be a little bit of a more long-range matchup. I definitely feel like Lambda has a little bit more command in here, just by the nature of her projectiles, being able to like snipe Doll and Relius like relatively easily. And also her capability of burst movement. I feel like she has a little bit of advantage in neutral, but since she also like doesn't have like a true DP or things like that, her only like good defensive answer is 2D, which is not actually invul, like startup invul. She can get put into a really tough situation in defense, although like good. It was looking good for Free Game there, but he gets bursted out of the corner and immediately hit by the overhead. And now we're looking at Lambda. Okay, oh wow, okay, that was an interesting setup for the throw there. A lot of people are never ready for throws in this game. Okay, tries to bait out something. And yeah, if you get hit by like, for example, Buzz or something, then he immediately just gets to put the swipes on you. And that basically guarantees that he can run up and start running pressure. Not at any of the points. Not take up any of the points there. It was just expecting some sort of reset or something like that and just preventing it by not taking. Alright, we're doing a little bit of pressure. A ton of with JAs there. Maybe some of those were 6As that kind of got eaten or something. Oh wow, that was sad for both of them. Both of them could have won out of that interaction. Okay. Oh, okay. Not exactly the greatest position to be in for Aurelius because you can get chipped out a lot. The jump there was really sad because it didn't get you enough, the double jump I mean, it didn't get you enough time to just like fall down or like air backdash because you as Lambda, with your backdash you can literally just outrun that super and it's just a waste of meter for Aurelius. Although he does gain a little bit of space, you can still contest him with your projectiles. Nice command dash into throw. Lambda has a lot of ways to just like go into like actual throws that are sort of hard to see. Preemptive to see, and then yeah, try to go expecting a jump, and then immediately gets hit by Buzzsaw. Delay air dash makes the classical one, but immediately bursts out. Caminus is not willing to deal with Aurelius pressure here. He sees the life bar so low, and he's so close to the thing. Empty jump low gets blocked, and then Ignis does the punch super just to get Ignis close enough to Oka to get start with like real Aurelius pressure. ODs to guarantee Dull Gauge doesn't run out. And now we're back to neutral. Oh, that's really sad because the Dull actually does block the projectiles, since she's considered like an actual body on the screen. Still, Oka manages to pull it off out of a pretty good jump low there, but the interactions with Dull and characters like projectile characters are always super tough because the Dull is also just like a living mid-shield. Well, not a living mid-shield, she's just like a big mid-shield, she's not exactly alive. Aurelius did nothing wrong, by the way. Okay, again, good throw. I like Oka's throw pressure, definitely just like a bit of a legacy from him playing more in characters. Although Lambda does get pretty good reward of throw, especially in the corner. Hiroki is harder to deal with for characters like Aurelius, who don't have good bouts of burst movement. Okay, he tried to go for something cheeky there. Does get hit by the command grab and immediately ODs, preventing any type of burst there. He really wants the momentum there. Setup, he's going to do something. Oh wow, he does the reset. Okay, that's one of the Aurelius grime that we've seen. And yeah, that was super scaled and it's super cool, but it was... Oka was a little bit too high life, I feel like, to start betting over your resources on that. He also had burst there, so I didn't think he was gonna kill him. But that was really cool to see, like, those kind of meme, not exactly meme, but like super specific setups out of Aurelius. Super frustrated or anything else. No, I get you. It's Kara is a tough character play, and it's a pretty tough matchup. It's fine. I mean, I think you just beat yourself up that much over it. It's harsh, but I'm gonna be uploading the VODs to YouTube anyway, so if you wanna check them out, I'll just post them when they're ready in the Discord. Going back to match though, I can't believe all of that was just literally only one game. A ton of things happened, and yeah, both these characters, they can do a lot of damage, but their normal BNBs, their normal stuff doesn't do that much anyways. They're a lot more control characters. So yeah, matches can be a lot longer. So far, pretty good reversal there out of Aurelius. And let's see what we're doing. Again, empty jump low. That wasn't exactly another hit. Aurelius JA, one of the most annoying buttons to deal with in air terrain. Really good cross up there out of free game. Caminus wasn't ready for the cross up. Nice backdash there. No tech though, which is sad. Could have prevented the situation. Let's see what we're doing. Oh wow, okay, I feel like we're doing things that weren't exactly intended there in that situation. with like all that bit of weird options that happen, just give Oka the spot to regain a little bit of composure. Really nice defense there out of free game. Really nice read on like the reaction on the block. Again with Relius JA, that's a move that is extremely powerful in those kind of like close air encounters because it's a super fast multi-hit move. So it will trade or beat most of like other people JAs, JBs, and even JCs depending on like the spacing and the speed at which it is made. One thing that Free hasn't been able to like successfully stop is the techs. Maybe it's just like too like overloaded thinking of all the other options Lambda has. Really clean combo there. But Oka has been finding a lot of success. Most of his like big momentum swings have come out of the face of grabs. So that's something that you should maybe just like start looking to try to see a deal with. It's hard to like take those, I agree. Okay, manages to jump out of the corner but doesn't get the combo he wanted and is forced to burst out there just to like regain the corner. Just like not the worst thing. Relius is like good characters, literally good character to keep corners. Oh, goes for the overhead. And Dole is off table right now, so this if there's any time here, it's now that Soka's time to sad. He tried really hard to just like cover something with projectiles, but those spawn always like at a minimum fixed distance from Lambda, so just hit on the dead zone. There were a couple of really unfortunate situations there. Yeah, her reversal super does give you a full combo on counter hit. Why? I don't know. Mori wanted it so. And that really close to O. Honestly, I could have seen this go either way. I feel like both players were pretty good at dealing with each other. But in the end, it is Ocamionist who takes it, and that pushes Free Game out of the tournament at a very respectable 4th place. Then, which means Ocamionist goes 2-0. And then we going to go to our winners finals. I'm going to see if I can adjust room settings. I'm going to remake the room just to make it best of 3, and then I'll start calling the other matches. So give me a second while I do this. Right. So right now it's Julio versus Lord Makuti, Mexican standoff. Yeah, this is gonna be 9 versus Kakanoe. Definitely another really interesting matchup, one that I had the pleasure to play like relatively earlier. Yeah, Kokone versus 9, a matchup that I had the pleasure to play in quite extensive fashion a little while ago. It's a pretty good 9 player, and let me tell you, I don't like it at all. It's definitely... Oh, yeah, I'm not passing. I'm not done how to pass, my bad. I do not like it at all. I don't think it's bad for Kokonoe, I just hate 9. But Kokonoe definitely has like enough tools to just like make the matchup significantly less miserable than most of her characters. Her JA and her 5A being like relatively fast and low recovery moves that are really good at catching dashes from 9. One of them, she also like can just like alter 9's momentum with the gravitons and things like that to just like change where she wants to be with the teleports. in neutral. Their neutral is like really... It's really interesting neutral because both of them have extremely interesting... I actually feel like Konoe has more options in neutral than 9 does. Just because her options aren't wholly dependent of the spell stocks. And I'm going to assume that these two have played a lot, so we're going to probably see a ton of just like higher layer plays. Alright, first big hit is just like a really good 6A question mark out of Julio that leads to classic fairy Oki. Okay, OD just to see what's happening. Oh wow, okay, that was something. We're sending 9 to the corner, okay. Oh, okay, baits burst there and try to do something quite cheeky. That could have been a very dangerous place to burst because 6A is jump cancelable. And you normally follow that up with a jump move. But okay, that's fine. Lord Mako, really long life. Won't die here, but it's definitely on a next touch situation. Goes for the long fireball, which is a pretty good recognition out of him. Wow, that confirm was kind of nuts. Extreme. Oh shit! I should change action. Yeah, that was an extremely good conversion out of Lord Makati, and sad that Julio wasn't able to just like punish that situation. Oh, he tried to counter one. I wonder what was he doing. That's the eyes. Those aren't eyes resets. Those are just like setups. She can use technically a 50-50. That's the unblockable though. 9 has a lot of grime. She has a lot of like instant overheads and things that aren't exactly 50-50s, that are just like unblockables. They're just like hard to react. Lord Makoti out of barrier, which means that literally any hit will kill him. Doing his best to be as slippery as possible using the Gravitons, and does a really good job managing neutral here. And decides not to go for the reset there and instead goes for the... Oh, that was extremely unfortunate. I understand. He was trying to just like reset pressure there with the fireball. Just like make his next mix-up hard to see. But the stopping buttons just gives Julio enough time to mash out, and the fireball will not come down at the intended angle when you're that close. Because they're still traveling at an arc. They try their best to go to the Graviton, but they're still following arc. And that's, yeah, in that situation, Gravitons have been actually like hurting Lord Makati a couple times in these last few interactions. Alright, let's see. Oh, goes for the low this time around. Okay, nice instant blocks. Covers the re-jump with the bomb explosion, but doesn't exactly bait the DP. Really good run under. That's also like one of the reasons why you won't see Navy Pressure used that much is because like of how slow it is before and after it comes out. It's a really good button, but the 9 player has to be extremely aware of when and where to use it, because it can just leave 9 super open. Okay, good TP, good TP. No stocks there, but it gives them the water buff, and it doesn't end up mattering. Gets hit by a 5A there, and Lord Makati ends up taking the first game there. Really good. I think anyone that's watching can see what I mean by the matchup being extremely like annoying for both characters, where like both of you are just throwing your wacky options and seeing what happens in neutral. There's a lot of like weird hits like at very long distances and things like that, or like a lot of hits that doesn't end up leading to anything. So whoever gets to like capitalize better on those like stray hits in this weird matchup is going to have, maybe not win it, but is going to have certain type of advantage that is just like inherently there just because of how the two characters are going to work. Oh, the Graviton there just messed up the combo so badly. That would have been a really good place to just like do a side swap and take 9 to the corner. Okay, misses the 5C there. And the 6A ends up whiffing, but I guess that's fine. Confirms? Oh, misses the confirm by a little bit. It was a little bit too low for that timing on the bunker. and then gets hit by a falling aerial and immediately bursts. Counter hit by the Kun side. Okay, that's surprising. I guess it wasn't an actual combo and McAtee was pressing something. A really nice chase on the teleports. And yeah, Julio did not respect the next cancel options. He was aware of like the ranges at which Kokonoe can play, and just decides to press the jab. Oh wow! Tries to go for the like finisher with the Navy pressure, RC into Navy pressure. Doesn't exactly work out. Is this going to? No, that's not a deck. Oh, he tried really hard. Lord McAtee was expecting probably like Julio to flinch in some ways. But no, he just saw him trying to drag him to mid-screen and just immediately woke up with a button. Which is good, which is pretty good at work. Of like Kokonoe's options there. Okay. If you're an OD, Graviton into Cat Cannon, it's basically just like a Dragon Ball Fighter Super Dash. The things move so fast, you're like a walking hitbox there, and it's really hard for characters to make it out there from you. Okay, nice counter combo. Are we okay? He was expecting probably just like the air technique jump. That's one tool that looking at Lord McAtee use that I, for example, didn't use a lot in this matchup is just the Graviton into 236B. And I'm gonna have to start stealing that because it seems to be working just fine to deal with just like 9's approaches in the ground. Julio isn't particularly like aerial. He jumps a lot when McAtee's in the ground, but when McAtee's in the air, he tends to like stay in the ground and try to anti-air from what I've seen. Alright. Instant overhead into confirmed by the Morganite. Really good teleport there. TK teleport can be extremely hard to deal with a lot of characters. Amethyst to create space, and he's always looking for the air-to-air there. Good. Okay, really good round out of Julio. He just did everything right. He was not letting McAtee set up shop. Which just means that this goes to a 1-1. As soon as I update the bracket, there we go, 1-1. Yeah, the match has been like rather, I don't want to say tame because a lot of things happened, but it hasn't been as wild as I expected from these two players, because I know both of them really like to go for like interesting options. McAtee very fond of resets, and Julio is just also a very aggressive player, but it seems that in this matchup, just like the experience they both have with each other has shaped a lot of what they perceive as this style, which I think is really fun to see in people who have... I'm saying all this assuming they've played each other a lot. Okay, oh, really good setup there. That was extremely tough to block. And then could have gone into a lot of different things there. And Julio is now like getting a lot more like creative with the way he's starting to like try and pressure McAtee on knockdown and stuff like that. I feel like every knockdown he has done a different setup, which is really good because that just makes the mental stack even higher. Wow, too far for the JB to confirm, and then Julio was immediately ready to respect that with his own 4-8, I think that is. Morganite tries to go for the inside overhead, whiffs it, but then Lord McAtee goes for the overdrive into EA, and ends up whiffing again due to the teleports. And that was an extremely quick game too, which I didn't expect given how close the other the previous two games were. Let's see what can McAtee do about this, because most of the situation was him just getting hit by setups. I don't think he was particularly just like doing anything wrong in neutral. He just like Julio was just choosing the right options to go against what he chose. Nice catch on the roll there. Unfortunately, it drops the combo. Okay, immediate burst there. But then just the jump out with the JB. Is this gonna be? No, this isn't gonna be a reset. Goes for the little bump setup there. And empty jump jab is a little bit odd. This was maybe trying to like prevent a DP or something like that. And then Lord McAtee answers right back with a very normal round, but extremely effective. He didn't do any of his crazy setups, crazy resets. He just played like regular Kokonoe, doing the most unambiguous things he could, and it worked. Really nice use of the fireballs there. He gets the confirm, he does get the confirm, and again with a fireball reset. He's doing a really good job of catching Julio's options and wake up, whether it be wall, teleport, no text, all of that. He's not letting him get away with that, but unfortunately drops the combo, and that means Julio just gets to side flip. No, he doesn't just go for the side flip. He goes for the mid-screen setup, which Lord Mako T blocks, and then again blocks the rock. Pretty impressive. Oh, that 6B was a miss to 3-6B, and then Julio doesn't exactly get to punish that, but gets just burst baited actually out of a really fast sequence of interactions where both were dropping one after the other, and that means that Lord Makoti gets to even this up to 2-2. And yeah, okay, we have two very close games for wins 1 and 1, and then two incredibly fast, just clinical games out of for wins 2 and 2. And let's see what the tiebreaker is gonna be. I hope it's like more similar to the first games, where we just get to see a lot more interactions, because even though that it was impressive the way they managed to just like simply win like that, I think it would be more fun for everyone if the games were a lot more closer, like the first two. Really nice side swap there. That route is so cool. I love it so much. Odd for Julio to choose to teleport backwards there with the Graviton, but it's really good that Lord Makoti was aware of that situation. Again, Lord Makoti has been getting some extremely good confirms, which is really good with Kokonoe, because her Gravitons allow her to get confirms out of situations that most characters wouldn't, and really nice setup there with the grab. Julio wasn't able to take it. Lord Makoti did that game that he lost against Julio, which was good wash, did something in his mind, because now he's just like gas is on. There are no breaks in this train. Bunker loops, yeah, he's going for bunker loops. Take him not exactly to the corner, pretty close. And Julio manages to like get away there, and just a little bit of a reset back to neutral. Nice block on the Kunside. Kunside hasn't been hitting as much as of lately, which probably means Lord Makoti is just like getting his eyes back used to the way 9 pressures. Tries to go for the Colosseum in the Ferry, unfortunately doesn't get the right angle in it, still manages to land the hit. Oh wow, that was rough. Stops the combo with the Navy pressure and immediately RCs into another combo that would have a ton of damage had he not bursted that. Okay, this is going to be yeah, that was a bit of a really awkward confirm. I would have been surprised if he actually managed to land something of import there. But this is fine, this is good. Both are 1-1 apiece. Lord Makoti is very down on Overdrive Age. Really good anti-air. Goes for into 6B. Into 6B. Backs away, expecting to teleport in front, knowing that the bomb itself will police the teleport backwards. Really good out of Lord Makoti. I really like how he's dealing with 9's wake up, because one of the things most people tend to have issues with 9 is just how her wake up as goes. Oh, nice reset. It just unfortunately wasn't close enough to land the JB there, and gets it with the really good reaction anti-air there out of Julio's immediate burst into trying to get into range. Really fun games, and that means that Lord Makoti is going to advance on to the finals with a very close and very entertaining 3-2. As soon as I get to update the brackets, well, here we go. 3-2. 7 scores. So that means that Julio should stay here on the lobby, and then okay. Oh, wait, give me a second. Sure. I just got a message from okay. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, very unfortunately, Oka has, give me a second. Well, this is unfortunate. Yeah, very unfortunately, Oka has decided to DQ himself from the tournament, so yeah, unfortunate, but sometimes things come up and you have to deal with them. So that means that Oka is, let's just put 3-0 for Julio there. Oka has had to DQ there, so yeah, we're gonna have a. I'm gonna give both Lord Mako and Julio a second there to decompress, and also I need to go to the bathroom. And then after that, we'll run Grand Finals. I'm kind of sad about the DQ, but hey, what can you do? So yeah, just in a second, I'll call the match. Alright, I'm back. Okay, I'm back, and yeah, Okaminis has had to DQ, so yeah, this is going to reset score. It's going to be the same names. And yeah, another one of the quirks of online tournaments is that sometimes people just have things come up and they have to start playing. The last time this also happened with iSchool having to DQ at a very late stage in the bracket, which, I mean, yeah, is sad, but and it drops us for what would have been a pretty interesting match, because that was Oka's run back against Julio. But yeah, what can you do? It's what goes on sometimes. So yeah, never mind that, we're back to seeing another like really cool match, just basically a repeat of what was Winners Finals, which honestly, I'm not complaining, because that was an extremely good set. So yeah, I just pinged Mako, so we're waiting for him to get in here. In the meanwhile, yeah, I mean, I feel like the games have been pretty fun to see. There's been a lot of, as I said, character diversity and things like that. It's been around 2 hours. 2.5 hours. And yeah, it's fine, I get it. It's getting close to 6 p.m. here in the EST time, so some people just have to do things. Sunday is like an odd day to do tournaments because like I feel like nobody has things to do on Sunday, but they most likely have things to prepare for Monday. So that's why I tried to make it like earlier, like 3 p.m. That felt like a very reasonable time for me. And yeah, it was pretty good. Nobody ended up like decoying or like thinking like thanks for everyone that came. It's a little bit of a, I don't want to say scuffed, but like yeah, it's a little bit of smaller tournament still. I'm still like trying to get things rolling, get a bot, get Match Arena going, all of that stuff, just so I can make the tournament quality better. But yeah, Julio. Okay, Mako is already here. He's saying 1 moment. That's fine. Yeah. Still, this one aside, and the little bit of visual hiccups that were there at the start. I feel like this one has been running decently smoothly. I didn't fuck up the bracket this time around, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm happy with the player count that we got. We got some people from the server, we got some people from other places. Hopefully you'll stay around in Azure Arena. Things happen sometimes in the server. It's actually just like, it's an OJ server, 2 minutes, that's fine, no problem. I'm just making time here. He probably just went to do something, expecting the losers finals to take enough time to finish whatever he's dealing with. But yeah, 10 is a bit of an odd number for people because we had a top 6 instead of a like actual top 8, but that's fine. I could have streamed all the like losers and not losers, all the round 1 matches for winners, all the 3 round 1 matches. But I don't know, I felt like maybe just like with that in mind, probably try to make it not to take that too long, because sometimes people have things to do in the Sunday afternoon and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to see if like next week, in 2 weeks when the next tournament's gonna run, I'm gonna see if I can make it for Saturday. I'm gonna check with the calendar, Seaboom's calendar, and if not, then probably just like keep making it Sundays. There's never many events on Sundays. I feel like Sundays is like a good time slot for me to just like start trying to establish this tournament series. I've hoped that people that in here, like in chat and all of that, and also just like that the players have been having fun. I hope that the tournament hasn't been too badly run. Again, since this is like, I'm relatively new to doing this, any feedback is very much appreciated to anyone, both in chat and the players. So if you have anything that you wish to know, like that you think I would improve and stuff like that, I'm definitely just like open to everything. And at loud click means Maggot is here, and you can stop hearing me ramble, and we'll get to the real meat of the issue, the meat and potatoes of this dish, which is Grand Finals between Julio Rivera and Lord Mako T, 2 of Mexico's finest. And we're gonna get even more wacky matches and interactions like the ones we had in Winners Finals. Let's see, because those were extremely close games. A lot of things. Julio still goes for the character song buff. He is definitely trying to get the edge in here, since he's the one that's in losers. I should probably notate that, by the way. Yeah, he's the one that's in losers. And we go right back into it with another J2C hit. Doesn't quite get the timing right for the bomb confirm, and catches Julio trying to walk out. Oh wow, that was a really cheeky teleport there. He did the teleport back, just bait out a response from Makati, and hopefully just safely escape the corner. Oh wow, that was sad of the teleport, the graviton for Makati. He just ended up launching Julio's active hitbox right on top of his head. That's one thing that you have to be really careful with Kokonoe. It's just like the way you use gravitons where your opponent is in the air, because a lot of the time you can just end up flinging them onto you and just giving them a free counter hit. Nice block on the gun side there. Recommend a little bit too far. Really good teleport. Ends up blocking the Amethyst. Didn't feel quite comfortable to just go into the graviton with the cat cannon. Really, really, really good awareness out of Julio. That 2-2-B is pretty long. It has a pretty long animation, so deciding to wake up with that super was a way of policing every single option that he could have done. that would have like threatened him at long range. So I really like that wake up super actually. Doesn't quite get hit by the lightning trap, which I maybe Cole was expecting. Okay, let's see. Does he go for it? No, he's just gonna go for another lightning trap. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, no, this is just dead. There's no point. There was no point in bursting that. Getting hit by a 5C counter hit into Crash Generate that, you're just dead. And it's fine. Julio's not deciding to like do the tonic bursts. Nice drag down there. Stocks the clock spell. Right, a little bit of instant blocking there. Maybe backfire because he got hit by another 5A. Baits the DP. Unfortunately, baited it a little bit too hard. Wasn't there to punish. Right. We're instant blocking everything, which is good. And again, the Graviton ends up backfiring for Lord Makoti, pushing Julio right under him in the air. Falls down into rug that's dirty. It's so simple, it's so dirty. Karaoke. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, he was trying to probably just do Fireball Super, the C variant, which goes really far away to try and snipe him out. But the cross up just ended up giving him the Ice Gun, and that just spelled doom for Lord Makoti. And that just means that Julio's 1-0 on this run back from Winners Finals. Pretty good game, pretty good game. We're going to see what is going on here. What's the round start? Jump back, yeah, jump back barrier, just deciding to not tussle with 9's round start. Fatal counter. If she was a little bit closer for that, that could have been a really damaging pickup. That thing is like if you get the full 260 wield in the Graviton, that's actually like +3, something like that, +3, +4. So it's really good that he's deciding to use that, just generate space. Okay, combos, more combos. This just gives you a usual, yeah. I'm kind of surprised actually that in the corner Makati hasn't really done much for the like super fireball mixes, which I understand is like fine because of how easily 9 can just move out. But still, it's weird that he hasn't gone for even once. Oh wow, that was extremely weird. Just like the 6A hitting right above him with the cat cannon. It's fine, a little bit of a wacky round, a couple of strange interactions, but also so far just like more of the same we saw in the Winners Finals games. Lord Makati has been really good at dealing with concept. Julio's having to get really creative to use that, which is like, you still want to use it even if you block it because it's plus, it's one of 9's best moves. Oh, bad baby there. Doesn't exactly have to barrier here, barrier burst here. You just go for a standard one. Blocks Konoe 6B, instant block Konoe 6B and immediately mash. Lord Makoti decided to not follow that up because even on block you can just go for like 5C or something like that. Oh yeah, no, that's really harsh to block her. No, that's funny, I like that. Just play jump over with 9. That's good. You still get the whole punish. If you had missed the punish, that wouldn't have been good anymore. It was weird. Since he got the punish, I fuck with that. I like that. I'm gonna try to do that next time. And wow, what a good air to air. As good as Kokonoe JB is, contesting 9 air to air is extremely difficult because her buttons are huge and again relatively fast just for how big they are. So even if, oh wow, really nice anti-air there, but the game autocorrect to jump to the other side, which is very unfortunate for him. Reset, yeah, reset. Goes for the low there this time, and I'm noticing that Julio is just like by default in every one of those like Graviton that attempts at reset. He's already blocking high, just because he believes that's like the more dangerous option there, which is a little counterintuitive. Well, normally would be trying to block low and then react high, but I mean if he knows, he knows, and it's been working out pretty well for him. Blocking low is not one option that Makati chooses to go for a lot. Oh, their Graviton just ran out and just he slowly drifted right into 9's loving arms. The careful embrace of a motor, which means he's gonna beat you with a rock. force Micah to burst, and then this is a tough position to be in. Oh, he tried to do something cool. Wow, okay, the stock there, I feel like that's something, an input that got crossed up. That was... yeah, did he get chipped out? Maybe, I'm not quite sure what happened there, if that was just like an actual combo or a chip. But that was... yeah, that was, again, Makati matches Julio 1-1 on the set. Bit of an odd, bit of an anticlimactic ending to what was otherwise a very like active match, but it's fine. That sometimes happens. Kokonoe just with Kokonoe and 9 sometimes just like win out of like some random thing with a ball or a fairy or something like that put up there. Oh wow, really nice confirm out of the normal hit of 236B. 236B without the Graviton is not something that you use too much because it's just like slow and weird, because the angle that it goes off stands sometimes like there, just go over people's buttons and you just get a combo out of it. Oh wow, really nice burst bait there, and goes again for the reset low. The explosion ends up hampering the combo a little bit. Ooh, really nice recognition, Julio. I feel like people who are less comfortable with the matchup would have kind of just like spooked. They would have flinched a little bit and just stopped the combo trying to not get hit by the fireball. But he just knew the perfect range, and that's just, again, knowing the perfect ranges and to which fight, to fight Kokonoe. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna get your counter assault baited though. 9's counter assault is really long, but it's not like that big upwards, so it's relatively easy to just like jump over it. Okay, gets hit the clock and he immediately gets punished the landing with the 2B. 2B is another button of Kokonoe that's sort of like the unsung hero. People mostly think of it like 3B, JB, stuff like that, 2C. But 2B is a really good button, like for the range it has and the speed it has. You don't think like the button is deceptively wrong. And as we go, that incredibly ballsy option out of Lord Magati to go for the teleport there, just expecting something to happen. And another reset, wow, 2 resets in a row. That unfortunately misses the pick up with the Graviton. And wow, the Navy pressure catching the last end of the Super Fireball, making the Graviton disappear, actually saved Julio from a very awkward position to be in. Just put the meteors on, create the wall, and yeah, 1-1 in rounds again. Just crosses under. 9's jump is like deceptively floaty, and her teleports and all that sometimes makes you really scared to just like try to mess with her in the air. Like, it's something that you have to do, as scary as it is, because it's not as bad as it seems. Her buttons, yes, are big and stuff like that. They have very like determined hitboxes, so if you know where to position yourself, it's not gonna be as annoying to deal with her jump-ins. Really good teleport out there, and it's been a lot of scrambles, not too much going on. Up until Lord Makoti gets hit by the rock and then immediately dies. You know, that game was shaping out to be a little bit longer than just an unfortunate rock placement. That was a hard thing to block, honestly. He had the rock on him, he had the fairy, 9 was in the air, so she could go high, she could go low, she could even go cross up with the fairy and the teleport. It's a pretty tough position to be in. Alright, we're going right back into it, skipping the intro, skipping everything, mashing away. Okay, doesn't exactly get the confirm. Neighbor pressure, oh wow, no combo. Okay, I see. You see like what Lord Makati is doing with the like the J and stuff like that. He's trying really hard to pull his teleports, and Julio's starting to notice that. He's just letting him jump, and he's just sitting there chilling on the ground. Okay, really nice combo out of the TK to A, but unfortunately the Graviton runs out and just messes up the entire combo. Doesn't let him do the finisher. Oh wow, yeah. Amethyst clashes with the fireball. Navy pressure. Another thing with 9 teleports that they're just really good at delaying her momentum and baiting out anti-airs, and she has so many like long range buttons that just go like a 45-degree angle below her. It also can be like really scary to try and snag 9 out of the air with relatively simple anti-airs like Kokonoe 6A. Even if you charge them. Okay. So it's swap sides and round start. Block the rock. And again, really good poisoning of the air options by Makati with JB. Pink throw! Okay. The spirit of... Oh god. Sorry, I had a bit of a coughing fit. Let's say pink throw. The spirit of Frodo lives on in here this far into the bracket. Okay, he manages to get that. Yeah, roll doesn't go anywhere. Just stacks in place, gets hit by the lightning. And again, JB is... Many people refer to the bottom as racist, as a war crime and all of that, and I just say, Shinitsid. Makati is very aggressive with his graviton usage. He just uses like 3 or 4 gravitons in a single interaction, which speaks the fact that I've never seen him run out of gravitons. Speaks to the fact that he's just like very aware of like his resource management. Really, he's also very aware of rock. He hasn't gotten hit by a lot of that. He is not aware of the giant hand. Though gets hit by the heavy pressure, which is ironically a slower overhead. Gets hit by the rock again. That was a lot harder to block than just raw rock. And they are just doing things right now. Just exchanging places in the screen again and again and again. Amethyst is an extremely good tool in the Kokonoe matchup particularly, I feel like. Just because like those kind of like slow moving projectiles present the time threat that Kokonoe doesn't really have to deal very often. Is this death? It is. Wow. That's... I mean, I guess he did spend 100 meter for that. That did a lot more damage than I thought. And that means that Julio has successfully reset the bracket. He went to 3 and then... Yeah, Julio has successfully reset the bracket. Which means that Lord Makati is now also in losers. And we reset the score. All in all, this has been an extremely fun Grand Finals. It's a matchup that, honestly, this is as much for me as it is for them or Nathan, because it's giving me a lot of like footage to study. Because, I mean, again, I'm a Kokonoe player, and 9 is probably one of the characters I dislike the most. So this, for me, is just like a very good thing to just watch out and study. Well, let's see. We saw Julio just get away with 3-1, just like all of some very like weird scrambles, and Makati failing to confirm out of some of the wackiest hits. But again, the classic reset there. It's really hard to always be on top of that one. Empty jump, and then gets hit by the second 2A. He was probably trying to jump or something. The lightning as a frame kill to go for the grab is extremely hard to deal with. You're just so scared of lightning sometimes. Although that doesn't mean he won't drop the combo next time. And gives the option to Julio to just like get out, stock some spells. He has rock, yeah, he had rock saved. And he didn't even use the stock actually, now like it just naturally got his rock. Back to fairy. Another thing that Lord Makati is doing is he's using bunker a lot as basically just like a movement tool, as a command dash. Which is fine, because it just burst movement lets you get away from like 9's options. But it can also like, it has recovery. It's not like an actual dash, it does have recovery. So he's getting punished a lot by 9 jumping out of that a couple times. Alright, here we go, back to ice. Raider knockdown. Waves the rock, but then immediately goes for Navy pressure, yeah. Setting full screen against 9 is extremely hard because Navy pressure just stops you. Even if it doesn't right away like kill the graviton or something like that, if it doesn't hit you, it still makes you block, so it still stops the fireball. And that was an extremely clean game out of Julio all in all. Lord Makati didn't really get to play much. Julio just was outmaneuvering him at every single instance in neutral. We're gonna see how this one develops, because we've seen Julio cook, but we've also seen Lord Makati cook. Like, we know that he's perfectly aware of the same thing that he's been getting punching back. So I'm excited to see another like 5-game series, if I'm being honest. Oh, tries to go for the fireball, expecting it to hit right above. Hits not in time. Tries to dash, but doesn't block in time. Get rid of the amethyst. The gravitons are really cool in the way that they just like deny 9 of a teleport spot. That's something that's extremely fun to see. Oh wow, that was supposed to be a 6 AM, I think. Right. Super fireball? No, we go for the setup with lightning. Again, he's probably not a big fan of the super fireball setup. Reset. Where's he going? Oh, it's going nowhere actually. No mix-up, mix-up. It doesn't exactly work this time around, but I mean, it was surprising. He gets hit by the empty jump blow, and then honestly, 9 is also like really good at just like doing very vanilla mix like that, just like empty jump blow, things like that, because of the visual clutter that she puts on the screen. Things like the roots, the meteors, even the fairy is something that just like draws your attention away from her model. So just like in a moment of just like you just unfocus and get hit. Really nice roll catcher. Grab the graviton, take 9 back to the corner. Really though? Okay. Oh wow, just outside of range from the 2A. A little bit too early on the 6A, and then Makati immediately goes for the burst. He's not willing to let Julio just keep gaining momentum. He feels like how the game is starting to get away from him. Oh wow. Okay, really good recognition there, because if that was like, I think B or C fireball, one of the, I think he's been doing C fireball as a wake up option, and the angle for that is different. It doesn't fall straight down. So he wasn't in any danger of getting hit by the rebound fireball. So he could just like keep on with the combo without any worries. And that just also means that Julio's up 2-0 in grand finals and really close to actually just like taking the game of a super clean reset there. Immediate OD there into the EA, doesn't pan out for Lord Makati, and this just means that he's locked out of burst for the next few interactions. Oh, again, land down rock, dirty. Eyes, get fairy. Are we gonna see the cross up? No, he tries to go for the like instant overhead twice. And goes low, and then rock. And ends it around with a perfect. Wow. Julio is definitely unlocked right now. He's just doing everything. Master Magician himself. Burst immediately right at round start. This is not what you want to see if you're Lord Makati. You feel the lack of resources there of the burst is extremely tough. Alright, we'll put the graviton there just to generate some little bit of space. Go for the reset, low again. Okay. Here's opportunity, the first opportunity he's had in the last game, and then this one. It casts Julio to burst, which is really good. That means he cannot get away from you if you get the next opportunity. You just have to weather the storm, and oh no, the counter assault whiffs. Really unfortunate. Julio was standing at just a perfect spacing. Crimson Radar C blocks the rock actually, and then we're back to neutral. Moving to teleports. Really nice police with the jumping A out of Lord Makati. Put the gravitons, try to make Julio a little bit dizzy with the movement. Oh wow, extremely good pickup out there from Lord Makati. It was a very awkward hit from JB to confirm. Right on top of that, that was extremely good. Okay, that's a confidence booster. That whole set of interaction. When you hit that, you're thinking, damn, I'm nice. That's definitely a confidence booster. Now let's see, because I wouldn't like it for it to be just like a 3-0 sweep. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Julio's playing extremely cleanly too. He's not letting Makati get anything. Up until that moment where Makati reacts with the answer and then manages to steal the corner. Right, lightning. 5A, we wait a little bit. Fatal counter just as the 5C hits. J2C, wow. Teleports out of the rock. That was ballsy. Teleport is not frame 1 involved. Goes for the reset low. Baits the burst and then immediately gets hit by the arm. Big uppercut from the demon. And that's a swinger. Because right now, this Makati in the defense, he lost the active flow bonus. burst, baits the burst, and I think this is going to be it. Is he going to end it? No, he's just going to end it with the rock. And that's going to be it for Julio at 3-0 after the reset. Really, really, really decisive grand finals, showing Lord Makati that he was up to all of his shenanigans and giving us a way to the tournament. A really, really fun series. Again, congratulations to Julio. This wasn't the most prestigious bracket ever, just a lie. This is the greatest tournament series ever, with exactly one iteration. But it was still a bracket with some really good players. Unfortunate that Oka had to disqualify where he had, but it's fine. Still really good showing up. All the people that play in the tournament, really good. Congratulations to Julio again for taking it out from like these really good players. To Mako for still second place is not a respectable. It's not something you shouldn't be proud of. It was a really well fought series. And then to all the rest of our entrants, thanks for being here, for hanging out, for taking shares since it's a Sunday afternoon in this tournament series. And yeah, I'm going to be making a couple announcements on the Discord about when the next one is going to be, and if I manage to get like the bots on the channel and the Twitch channel for the brackets and things like that. And most importantly of all, if I manage to land the Macherino thing, hopefully for next week's. These are bi-weekly tournaments in general, so next week shouldn't be, and nothing should be happening. The next one should be next Sunday, which would land on the 29th, Sunday the 29th of January. It's where I'm thinking of making the next one. But yeah, no, I'll make the announcement in the Discord server. Thanks for coming, thanks for hanging out, to everyone in chat, to all the players. And yeah, no, that's gonna be it from us. I'll upload the VOD later with a little bit of a top 8 graphic, maybe top 6. And you know, once again, congratulations to Julio. Really fun games. To Mako, really fun games. To everyone, extremely fun games. Really glad to see all of you here. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me. And until the next time, thank you. Goodbye.